Yeah.
Hey.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie.
Episode 74.
Like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it
The Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast.
House of Spades Media.
The No Remorse Podcast Network. We are back.
Yeah, heard.
Weezy produced it and Weezy F made me and she had.
You know what?
We don't own this record.
We don't.
Damn it, it's beautiful.
We don't give a damn. We came
we
in
do
on
give a
this
damn,
shit.
'cause
I mean, like,
but still,
don't sue us over this shit. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker.
Shout out to Tay Keith. I fucked up the whole shit, but goddamn.
This motherfucker's feeling all types of different ways about the music right now.
True. This fits. We should have started with this.
I'm about to say, make sure my headphones in the jack. That shit sound a little weird. You know what? I might just be high.
No, we blow. Yeah,
I'm
it sounded a little off to me.
I'm about to say, it's like I'm not as blowed as you, but I'm definitely blowed. Like I'm like right there at that comfortable level of like high, but not like tipping out of my chair because I can't fucking see straight.
Well, see, I've been drinking Dirty Black Russian since about noon, and it is 8 o'clock. So
I've been telling you time and time and time.
You got that. You got edibles. You got wax, and you got weed. So it's flour. So yeah.
You know the human body shouldn't have that much narcotics. Liquor them at one time.
I mean, you know, hey. I mean, shout out to my sister. I love her. Dirty Black Russian gang.
Yeah, that. So episode 74, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast. Goddamn, who the fuck are you?
I am the one and only Busy motherfucking Black Busy 93, aka Kwame Khalifa, aka the motherfucking Kango Don, aka YOLO, cause I'm dolo and solo, and your mama know. So you can hit me up and find out the details later when she pregnant.
That's fucked up.
I'm blow. I'm blow right now. I'm not even gonna hold y'all niggas up. Like all that energy is like we got some. We're not even retracting, but we got some updating to do for what we did last episode. And
yeah,
because I'm not gonna get that excited. I'm telling you now.
But yeah, you got a little bit more information, so you should be a little bit more knowledgeable instead of an ignorant ass nigga. But it's your A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? AKA, you know what I'm saying? Obi-Wan smoke doobies, smoking intergalactic kush from out of a galaxy you've never seen before and probably never be to because you don't smoke good like I do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lincoln. Like only my real Detroit rap niggas know who the fuck Lincoln is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Royce too. And yeah. So we're gonna just dive right into.
What are we diving right into?
Well, you said you're privy. Well, you are clearly privy to new information regarding Robert Kelly and the disgusting bastard that Robert Kelly is. Since you've seen the docuseries now.
See, I didn't want to start there last week, but
I kind of want to get this out of the way because this shit is like really pissing me off. The existence of Robert Kelly.
Like I said in 74. Like I said in episode 73, I had not watched Surviving R. Kelly prior to the statements made. Now, after the fact, I've seen 4 episodes of 6, and I've heard 5 and 6 were the most like hard hitting. I sat through 4 and was like, oh, so I'm not the only one that wondered how you can be like a super villain and so like be a touring artist at the same time. Like his ex-wife literally was like, nigga, how you got bitches like in you got bitches in apparently like a studio locked up, you going around the world touring, you making records, you in the studio, like all of this shit is going on, and I don't see how
he's a Super Saiyan sexual deviant. Like
that's one way to put it.
Straight up, bro.
That's one way to put it. But I'd like to just
no nice
say,
way to like refer to Robert Kelly today in society.
I'd like to just say, regardless, like, damn, I can't believe, like, no, like watching Surviving R. Kelly literally made me fucking think about what I said, and for the girls that were involved, I feel for them, but at the same time, R. Kelly did make those records, and they're great records.
So the fuck what?
But R. Kelly is also a sick motherfucker to some degree. I had to go back, do my research, and find the R. Kelly sex tape on the worldwide internet of porn.
And that's clearly a teenage girl, bro. Like, we're not talking about 18, 19 teenagers.
Yeah,
We
like
ain't talking about legal.
I found I found it in clips. So like I couldn't find the pissing one, ironically, but I found like the one where he was like eating a girl ass and like where he was getting his dick sucked and where he was fucking one chick in the quote unquote Colorado room. Yeah, it was yeah, that nigga's nasty.
Yeah, he's quite filthy.
So
Robert Kelly's a
I was
sexual
playing
deviant.
devil's advocate last week, and I'm not saying that to say that. I think I said that, but prior to watching it, I had questions. In watching it, and I'm probably gonna watch the next 2 episodes at some point. In watching it, you know, hey, I love the records, bro, but you're nasty.
Super nasty.
I'm not this. When it comes to the man versus art thing,
Top
me
2.
personally, listen, me personally, when it comes to the man versus art thing, I don't separate man from no, I do separate man from art. I don't separate morality from creativity.
So you're in support of
Not in support of R. Kelly.
Wait. You're in support of people still listening to R. Kelly based on just the
only
art
because I
process,
don't know how you stop.
Which actually funds.
I don't know how you stop.
Which funds the whole purpose of it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's
the
not continuation of.
I'm sure music.
The sex
isn't
cult.
his- well, I'm not sure, but I would think music isn't his only source of income right now. And if it is, he has. If
after
it is,
this docu-series, you probably like. I better say like after all,
Okay,
like
so
he probably
if
ain't
it
got them
is-
sponsorships that he used to. Like
So
this week
if
has
it
been
is-
quite bad for R. Kelly.
So if it is, then you know what you can do and can't do. You know how to move, or at least you're getting used to it. If you're R. Kelly,
Well-
so you gotta, you know what I'm saying. You gotta deal with come with that. The records
law
are
is coming
amazing.
after R. Kelly now.
Yeah.
District attorney and
Nigga,
Georgia
the law
is
has
like
come.
coming after
The
his
law
ass.
has come for him before, and he got out and did an interview and said, "Nigga, what do you mean by what do you mean by teenage?
Look, my nigga.
That's come on, like,
Look, my nigga.
like
I
bruh,
think
that's
a lot of
that's a
like
little
R.
crazy.
Kelly walked the first time.
I'm not gonna lie,
due
nigga,
to
I'm
the
25.
fact, due to the fact that those people that
like the last 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds like the last, I don't know, 2 years. I'm not pulling up to high school to fuck with them. I'm not pulling up to school to fuck with them. I'm not pulling up to work to fuck. I'm not. It's, you know, it's a different vibe. Bless you. It's a different vibe if you're trying to, I guess, satisfy a personal necessity versus actually trying to build something with a motherfucker. I don't see any value in. And mind you, the high school shit, him pulling up
there
there,
is no
that's
value.
hearsay.
Sick shit.
No, but I'm saying that's hearsay. Him pulling up to the high school and fucking with bitches.
But
Hearsay.
still,
Not provable. Provable because of what multiple people have said, but hearsay nonetheless. So even with that, I don't see the value in ever going to a high school to talk to chicks. And like I said, I've been smashing teenagers the last like 2 years.
but but still,
Of age
even
teenagers,
if it
but, like,
even
you know
of
what I
it to
mean?
be
Like-
false, the fact that we know R. Kelly to be a sexual deviant, it does make it more plausible to the fact of hearing like, damn, R. Kelly was hanging out at high schools, you know, preying on, you know, teenage girls. It does make it a little bit
You
more
know what's
plausible.
fucked up? 97, 98, if that was happening, if that was being told, I might, outside of the trying to, I guess, fuck a high school chick, if I believe if I was there, like, in front of R. Kelly asking him, what are you doing up at this high school? And if he told me it was like just for singers, I'd believe it. Only because it was the 90s. And R. Kelly at the time was trustworthy enough to where he was like, I'm not fucking with them. He said
Because
it was
the
his
first
man
taste
said it
didn't
in
come
the
out.
documentary. His man said he asked him like, bro, you fucking Aaliyah? And he's, man, I'm not fucking that girl. What you, no, bro, what you talking about? And then how many months later, he like, yo, I think she pregnant.
Yeah, and that's the only reason
nuts.
he married
The fuck out of
Aaliyah,
here, bro.
because he got her. Oh, a chick walked in on her like R. Kelly doing back shots on Aaliyah, bro.
And shout
she
out
was
to
14
Dame.
and he was 27.
Shout out to Dame. I don't even know all the shit he been talking, but I seen Nick Cannon. I had checked him and
He asked him
Dame.
about Foxy Brown and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know, if you was gonna be against it, then he's basically saying what I was saying, like, keep the same energy. If you against it, nigga, pick a side. And
True.
Dame actually dated Aaliyah, so I see why he kind of jumped out the box on that nigga. But even with that,
But that was years later.
it doesn't matter.
Like, she was legal
They
by
was
that point.
beefed out. Doesn't matter. They was beefed out about it later, so it's still the same shit. Like it's not like that wasn't a thing. Like that Best of Both Worlds album, part of the friction, part of many different reasons that caused friction while creating those albums.
This motherfucker was trying to like,
somewhat has to do
tell
with
street
it.
niggas not to look him in the face and didn't want people in the hallways like when he was in his dressing room and all types of shit. That looks real Heidi, bruh. And that comes from people that was on the tour with, you know, Jay and R. Kelly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, that looks real fucking shady. That looks like you trying to have something to hide.
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? If no one's in the fucking hallway except for, you know what I'm saying, your cronies,
Let me get a square off you.
and you need, you know what I'm
No.
saying, like, to get some fucking prostitute and, you know what I'm saying, some young teenage pussy in this motherfucker, do you think because you can see from that whole docuseries, there's a lot of people that was riding with R. Kelly that was just enabling the whole shit. There's no way that if I was a security guard and this like a fucking 14-year-old just came and went in R. Kelly's room, that I'm not gonna fucking spaz the fuck out. I, as a parent and a man.
Different levels breed new devils. So I feel like personally, I feel like I still haven't gotten the answer to my question that I posed last episode, which is, what do we separate man from art? How do we do it? And
No.
if we can, no, we don't separate man from art. Period.
I don't fuck
Can't.
that shit.
You don't. So you don't do it. I just want to know, like,
I think there's
generally
speaking, there's degrees
so, like,
to
going
degrees to
ahead-
fucking disgusting, and like you can like, and this is the way I generally feel about it. There's degrees to how nasty or how fucked up you can be. If you think that all levels of abuse, no matter how severe or whatever the circumstance, is wrong, and you want to cancel out probably like 70% of, you know what I'm saying, like musicians and artists' music, cool, period, but keep that same energy. But the way I really feel about it is like someone who goes and, you know what I'm saying, does some immature or fucked up act once, twice, whatever, you know what I mean, like once on some incidental, you was young, you was on drugs, this, that, and the other shit. We can have those debates when those situations come up, because there's some of those things are situational. But we're talking about someone that has been for the
Everything
past
is
30 years
Everything.
has been on a high sexual deviancy from from females, young and old, and definitely males too. There's no way in fucking hell that R. Kelly isn't fucking boys too. There's no way in hell.
Okay, now that's a Ortega hot take. You think R. Kelly is
R.
fucking
Kelly,
little boys
R.
as
Kelly,
well?
R. Kelly is
I ain't seen a
1,000%
man come out yet and say he was
bisexual.
fucking on, or a kid that was a boy. You think he fucking little kids, little boys too?
I wouldn't be shocked on his sexual deviance.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be
Like,
shocked.
it's like,
I mean, he
you think
turned that one girl into a
That's-
boy, pretty much,
problematic.
and was
like,
fucking. You know what I'm saying? And was fucking her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, like that lets me know a lot about your mental. You know what I'm saying? That lets me know a lot about you. Cause you don't just dress it like, you don't find
Well,
like straight
okay.
men that's going after specifically women that look like men.
Well,
like,
since you brought it
that
up,
doesn't make
I'll
any
go-
fucking sense, does it? Really?
Since you brought it up, I'll go this far. This is such a sick question, and I'm sorry in advance. What's the boy to girl fucking ratio amongst the Catholic Church? Because from what I hear, it's mostly little boys, but have little girls not been involved too or raped too? Are most Catholic priests just in little boys?
No,
like,
I'm about to say they
because
raping
R.
women
Kelly,
like
it
girls
seems,
too.
is
Yeah.
like just little girls. I haven't seen many little girls come out in the Catholic Church, and
Very small amount.
How the fuck did we get here?
No,
Let's get off this.
I mean, it's still a thing, but still, like Robert Kelly is a fucking national.
Look, yeah. I'm done talking about rape and all, like rape in this way. Like, it's one thing that's like it's like a funny story, and very few of them are
Robert
funny
Kelly
stories.
the fuck
but
up
like
outta
this is, I tried to play devil's advocate, and I tried to hear it from a uneducated side, just off logic, and off logic it didn't make any sense. But like I said, when I seen the people that were in it, or supposedly, that were in it, supposedly going through what they said they were going through, and they were asking the same questions I'm asking from the distance that I'm at, I'm like, okay, well, his ex-wife said, nigga, how are you there's no way you pulling that off. How you pulling, like, you treating me dirty, but like, how are you pulling that off? That's what I was saying. Like, nigga, how are you what type of supervillain are you? How do you do that?
Bond
but then when
bro.
you see it, is like when you listen to it and then you think about it, you like, damn, well, I guess you gotta figure what R. Kelly getting a show. That nigga probably getting, like, even today, R. Kelly probably getting at least 85, 100 a show. So at the least, he maybe probably more than that. Nigga got crazy hits,
and that's
like,
definitely enough finances to run a sex cult.
That's lowballing it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but when you were saying to me, like, well, he take the bitches with him or yada yada, and then the mama would like, I didn't know what you were talking about, so I saw it, and when I saw it, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
this kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it's just like, if
all I'm saying is, like,
it didn't
all the way down.
Didn't confirm anything other than what I already thought. If you didn't, I feel like if you didn't already think R. Kelly was a pedophile prior to watching that shit, and you just watched that and you like loved the records you knew of him, and then you just watched it out of nowhere and was like, oh shit, he did what?
He did everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it'd be like that. Like, most people aren't accustomed to what is it? The trauma that comes with being in a sexually abusive environment, and for some reason,
and most people know somebody
mostly
that's been in that
occurs with
situation.
women. Like, you said what?
No, most people know of someone that's been abused, and
true, because women. Most people know women. But I'm saying, like, for a woman, like, that's the thing that, like, they really only go through, that, like, you just kind of hear about, and it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just something like,
it's not
maybe
myth.
It's the groupthink thing I was talking about, but it's like, when you see people with, like, certain emotions, bro, just ain't fake. I don't care if a camera in your face or not.
Yeah.
Certain shit you see come out of motherfucker's face, and just like the way just the energy they giving off, you go like, oh.
And
I don't know if he did exactly what you say he did, but something happened.
Yeah, and it's like, we weren't there to, you know what I'm saying? It would be different if there was, like, a lot of footage, you know what I'm saying, or audio of some of these conversations.
As far as I'm concerned, we got all the footage we need.
No, what I'm saying is, like, if some of these conversations to hear from his mouth, like, how he, you know what I'm saying, tries to manipulate these women, other than, you know what I'm saying, hearsay that, you know what I'm saying, that's being passed down from a victim. You know what I'm saying? If we had outside of the video, the maybe 30, 45 minutes worth of conversation of R. Kelly just previously, you know what I'm saying, right after beating one of his victims, and then tries to get her to love him again, and this, that, and other. He probably sings to him a little bit. I don't know what the fuck he does, but whatever the hell he's doing to keep that little circle of fuck shit just, going. He's been doing it for a while, and if you've been doing it for 30 years, you've developed a certain type of MO and you've been doing this long enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard for you.
The only addition I have to this conversation is the supporters.
Everybody accountable.
No, I mean, like, the actual, like, R. Kelly supporters, since, like, this thing has come out. Like, it's a certain type of female.
That's sick.
It's a certain type of male that can fuck the documentary, fuck the Surviving R. Kelly shit. Just watching the tape of him fucking or having oral sex, or just sex period, with what seems to be an underage girl, what looks to be an underage girl. Which clearly
is.
Well, for the sake of conversation, let's say what looks to be an underage girl. it's just, hey, nigga, you can't be surprised. Like, maybe motherfucker, I don't think it's as deep as what Jada Pinkett was saying with like, oh, niggas don't love black girls. I don't think I don't think motherfuckers love black people.
No, I mean, women. And that's why a lot of this was enabled to happen. It's not that. Like, the government plans for certain shit in the urban community to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be in the worst, you know what I'm saying, like, situations possible. This is supposed to happen to us. The government setup is not even that it's
supposed to. It's just the fact that,
these shits like this happen more often in urban communities amongst urban community families. You can ask most people that grow up in an urban community, or grew up in an urban community, about their family members, and there's usually one person, at least one, within the family who's a sexual deviant. My uncle is a sexual deviant. I did not become privy to this information until I was like 14, 15. And then I never grew up like that. And it fucked me up because when I looked at this motherfucker, like, all these years.
My family is very small though, too. For most of you people that have, like, when you think of like families, what you talking about? Like, probably 5-10 people, like, in general.
Well, now a lot of us has died off.
Well, I'm saying like back then.
I would say 15 to 20 people.
Okay.
Like direct that I conversed with, it was like 15 to 20 people.
It might have been the same for me, but my people were always. I never.
My uncle's a sexual deviant and he's a horrible fucking person, and I hope he dies a very terrible death.
So he's still alive.
Unfucking fortunately.
We'll save that for 62 minutes.
Fuck him. Anyway, but it was like, when I found out this information, it was like, yo, what the fuck? No one said anything. You know what I'm saying? He went to prison for it, got out. He was still like the same motherfucker and all that shit. Just because he went to jail for it didn't make him not a sexual deviant. Nigga was still that and continuing on. I have no, I stopped fucking with him off the premise that I knew. Because I was like, that's disgusting. Period.
See.
Fuck you.
See, I think the first, like most people, the first, 10 years was, but it's R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? It was like, just because, I was younger then. And it was
R. Kelly ain't paid near not a one of my motherfucking bills. He's not improved my life in no type of way, form, shape, or fashion.
That's fine, but you can't deny the fact that he's gonna pop up. A record would pop up at some sort of function that you're at or attending. You know what I'm saying?
I'd probably leave.
Would you?
Yeah, I really would.
Are you saying that after seeing it, or are you saying that like?
I felt that way beforehand.
Period. Like, cause I'm talking about prior to this. I mean, like, prior to this, I'd be like, damn, R. Kelly nasty as hell. But to be.
I rarely listen to R. Kelly. Like, as becoming an adult. Let me put it like this.
Like
when we was kids, like teenagers and shit, when we really didn't like care to analyze certain things as far as ethically, whether ethically or moral or right and wrong. Yeah, plenty of times, because I didn't really give a fuck. Like, R. Kelly was in my 12th play, but today, as a grown ass man,
I don't even feel right fucking bitches to the music
exactly
no more.
Who tries to live by a certain ethical and moral code, like my own personal code. I believe everybody on this earth, male or female, has to have some type of code that they live by, and it's like, nah, nigga, I can't be cool with that shit. I just can't. I can't even be cool with like someone that believes that shit is really fucking okay.
Where I'm at with it now is, if I happen to find myself in a place nasty enough in 2019 or in the future to still play an R. Kelly record,
I don't want them to get paid.
I probably like the record they're playing, but that's if they have the balls to do it. Other than that, I'm off it. Look, Ignition is great.
You might get booed out of a 90s party today by trying to play R. Kelly.
You said what?
You might get booed out of a 90s party today as a DJ if you try to play R. Kelly.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
Because even if this whole R. Kelly hype right now is just
I think most of this
momentary and it's gonna come and fucking go.
I think it's that. I think most of it is that because it's always been that. It was that with.
But here's the thing.
20 years ago, now.
Or it 10, is now
20 years ago, 10 years ago, now, and 4 years ago, and now.
But now it's an open thing to where it's all right. Motherfuckers can publicly say, "All right, I disgrace, I despise R. Kelly." You know what I'm saying? So let's just say you in the '90s club, Step in the Name of Love come on, and no one is saying shit until these 10 motherfuckers on one corner of the fucking club just start booing. The rest of the room might just go along with it due to the fact that it's like, yeah, my nigga, we really shouldn't be listening to R. Kelly. But
I'm not in control of those sounds.
I was like dope. You know what I'm saying? Was feeling this fucking Step in the Name of Love until like the last minute and a half.
I'm not in control of those sounds, so that's got nothing to do with me. What that DJ does, Most DJs that are playing records like that right now today are probably trash anyway. So
100%.
Not the DJs or the parties you probably really want to be.
If you can't make your fucking party rock, you know what I'm saying, like without R. Kelly music being played today,
it's probably trash.
You probably a fucking trash ass DJ. Like that's 100. But moving on, who's also trash is Mystical. But this nigga still raping.
He been in jail. How he still raping? He raping men.
Doesn't he have the fucking Me Too movement. Shout out to them. Is coming after Mystical now because then they looking at his case and everything again.
I thought that's where it started. Was the Me Too movement? Like that was like from what I heard, that was like part of the ambition behind pushing the case forward and like convicting them and everything.
Yeah, they not playing that shit with Mystical. But also Mystical does have a problem too. Like he clearly has a fucking problem because it's like, yo, fam,
this is a second or third time.
Yeah, second. Yeah, I think it's like the third charge. Like it's so definitely it's like, some type of sexual assault.
What are you doing when you with these chicks? Where it's like,
and it's an aggressive sexual assault, my nigga.
That's crazy.
Like this is consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Like there's been chicks that like I'll argue it and like we might fucking shit, we might fight a little bit, but not like fighting like fist fighting, like just argue, just regular shit.
If you know Pookie from the block, the whole thing is Robin Stoles.
Caught up on that 2-3 times, bro. I
think
he got a DV.
You know he gonna keep
rape.
doing it.
Like come on, like come on. Bro.
You know what I'm
saying? He got a DV and 2 rapes, like, bro.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
If you know Pookie from the block is robbing a store. When the next corner store comes up robbed, you're gonna look at Pookie and be like, nigga, it's probably you.
I fucked with the last Mystical comeback, but this one, I don't think he can make another one. Honestly, I don't think he can make another one.
Coolio or R. Kelly?
Mystical.
Oh,
where the fuck did Coolio come from?
No, fucking.
This nigga. Okay, so we got my bad. We got old school Fear Factor playing in the background, and Joe Rogan with hair.
No fake news. Coolio is not getting out here raping.
Oh shit, China on this bitch too. Rest in peace, China.
Everything's crazy on this motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyway, we got old school Fear Factor playing in the background. I guess this is the celebrity episode. Oh yeah, Donny Osmond. This is like definitely like the 2002, 2001 celebrity episode. But,
skinny with hair, Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, but
life come at you fast.
Yeah, Mystical does have a legit fucking problem. Like that's a legit problem.
If he don't have a problem, he definitely knows how to be in the wrong place at the right time.
Yeah, and real shit, like even if I was a free Mystical, I'm staying the fuck away from everybody. So nobody can say that I did anything. Because if you got so many strikes, which Mystical does have for the same fucking thing, the last thing I want to do is be caught in a room for any amount of time with some woman who did not say yes to being in that room prior to. I wouldn't even close the motherfucking door unless, you know what I'm saying, unless there's chick went outside and like in the hallways with a fucking megaphone and was like, I'm about to have sex with Jose Ortega willingly. Like that's the only fucking way. Like if I'm in Mystical shoes, because there's like that's just fucking insanity, bro. But we getting them the fuck up out of here too. But Mystical don't have the same amount of tracks or same like tracks as like R. Kelly.
They both nasty.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting.
I gotta grab my food, so we'll be right back.
This nigga.
We are back. I have a burger and fries, and I will be satisfied very soon. Let's get this out the way. Mystical, R. Kelly are nasty.
Get him the
and
fuck up out of here.
I don't want to talk about this subject again. What's next?
More fuckery. Yes, more fuckery. But we're actually gonna shift into some hip hop shit. Like I'm over this bullshit.
I'd prefer.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about fuckery.
All right, we're done with the public service announcements. Now let's have some fucking fun.
I don't know if this would be fun.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
Oh, it's fun. I mean, in a part, it's quite fuckery about the Double XL freshman cover. Well, who's gonna be on the freshman?
Not
cover?
fun. Like I said.
Yeah. So that leaked.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Oh, no,
Trash.
fuck
Trash.
that.
Trash.
I got
Trash.
the
Garbage.
list.
Trash.
I got the list right here, nigga. I'm gonna read the whole.
I know Blueface, Little Whoever, and Little Whatever. That's it. Fuck them. Fuck them all. That's it.
This is Blueface.
Fuck them. No, fuck Lil Xan too. Fuck them all.
It's Blueface. Little Polka Dot. No, that's not a real name.
Okay.
Like,
I wish we had the camera. Goddamn nigga. The way I just. All right. What?
I'm about to say there probably is a little polka dot running around in this motherfucker.
It probably is.
Rico Nasty.
I've heard that name before.
That sounds like a porno name. I ain't listening to your dumb ass.
I think it is actually.
Probably is. Blueface. Skinny from the 9.
Can we talk about Blueface for a second?
Okay. His face isn't blue, by the way.
No, but he does have a $100 bill tatted on the side of his face. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Blueface or not, rich or poor, whack or dope. My nigga.
Certainly trash, though.
Yeah. You like, I get you talk on beats. Yeah, I saw a post on Instagram through like somebody else that posted something to somebody else like that apparently
That nigga is straight fucking trash.
If you ain't got 1 million followers, don't talk to me. If you ain't got 1 million followers, you can't talk to me about shit. Y'all niggas not doing nothing. Now, granted, shout out to the kid. He done got 1 million followers in what seems to have been maybe the last 6 months.
There's a lot of stupid motherfuckers walking around, but
my point is, I'm not even gonna shit on the kid. Like, salute to him and what he doing, or what he, getting the bag. But the nigga's trash. Straight up, he's trash. He's garbage. He's garbage. A little snoozy vert, whoever the fuck you said.
A little snoozy vert. Skinny from the 9.
Yeah, him.
He's from the 9, by the way.
He's garbage.
He's definitely from the 9. 9 type garbage.
And if you niggas ever hear this, just to hear you Skinny and all you other niggas, just 'cause I'm calling you trash does not mean that I don't respect you as men. Okay? So let's not get crazy.
I'm not saying that.
That's you. Let's not say.
Most of these niggas won't fight me. So
let's not get crazy when it comes to reviews and whatnot, because we all here to get a bag.
Just saying, trash, but get your money. YBN Corday.
Heard the name. I've heard some bars. Seems decent.
Young Rock. He with OVO.
Long live Doughboy Rock. Fuck anybody else.
Alrighty. Juice WRLD. I think that one is a deserving.
Gang. Yeah.
I think that one is deserving because that motherfucker's been going ham the last year or so. So even if you don't like the music,
as depressing
like
as
the
it
nigga
is,
did put he put
music.
in a lot of work and within this last year to get up on. Lil Baby and Gunna.
Lil Baby and
both of them earned
they earned that.
Sheck
well,
West.
no, they earned more than that, and so did the three of them earned more than that bullshit ass cover. Because XXL had lost my respect for those freshman covers.
Long time ago.
2008, 9, maybe 7, somewhere in there. I don't. That's
what
not
game
that's
say?
not Bible, as niggas say. That's not real.
The game said he was like, I came in with Ye Jeezy and boss ass nigga. Your freshman cover a whole bunch of soft ass niggas.
Most niggas, yeah.
Yep,
That's
that.
That's the case.
Yeah, but Lil Baby
we'll
Gunna
probably
on
be
here
on the cover with soft ass niggas.
Who?
So I said we'll probably be on the cover with soft ass niggas, and that's okay.
Probably.
Shout out to them niggas.
Y'all probably won't make the cover. I think like at this point, I feel like you kind of got to be a little bit whack to make the double XL freshman cover. I don't see motherfuckers that's dope on that, like really really dope on that bitch anymore. As far as like MCs,
You never know what can happen. God is good.
Sheck West is on the bitch.
Mo Bamba, baby.
He's with good music.
He is.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know
Cactus
that.
Jack Records, Interscope Records, good music.
Cactus Jack is Travis.
Yeah, so he's all in that. That's like three
So
things.
he good
That's his
music,
record
family
label.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. I didn't know that.
Saweetie.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, I don't care. And Lil Xan. That's your man's.
Look, no, it's not my man.
I thought you
Look,
fuck with his music. You fuck with him as a little, don't you?
I like 2 records. When I said I fuck with him, he had just put out those 2 records, and I thought he would continue on. And you know how I am about like behavior and like I judge. I did, for those of you that don't know, I judge artists kind of based on like how I see you acting in public, the way your records sound, just the way you move as like a person and shit, or the way that I can see that you show us you move as a person. So
He
depending
that
on how
nigga
I
out
feel about
smack
that is
on
how
a
I
daily
feel about
basis.
that.
Like
Yeah,
if I knew him.
yeah, like if I like
just
back
because
in
he a
middle
bitch,
school,
like to me, like if something comes off, it's like you just a pussy.
famous or not, back in middle school, Lil Xan is definitely your nigga. That,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was slapping just
Oh,
to
yeah.
slap. Like
Oh yeah, you can see why he ended up doing Xans. Like you can definitely see why he ended
Yeah.
up being a fiend.
Yeah.
Like so many people picked on you.
And you know what?
But it's like you a
know
whack
what?
ass nigga for real.
You know
like,
what?
that's,
I know
like,
the
something's in
kid's
the
story,
aura.
but I know the kid's story, and like I kind of feel for him for a certain level, to a certain degree. But he, the music, what they say, anybody can make one.
Yeah.
So I mean, to me, I haven't heard anything that, like how we were talking about the elevations of the elevation of who we thought would be the littles, and they would all fizzle out and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think
Kodak.
Yeah.
Who else was it? Pump, Kodak, Lil Baby.
Gunna.
And I didn't even want to like Gunna, and I like Gunna. A lot of them niggas, like, it's been a few littles that ever, 21, he was one of the littles at one time.
Black Boy JB.
I haven't heard that album. I don't know.
You don't know? You don't listen? Oh,
Does he
shit.
spit?
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah. Shit hard.
I wasn't impressed by that. I just heard the single. I wasn't impressed by that. But,
Yeah. Like he got a what was it? He got a track with fucking
well, can we
Dave
talk
East
about
on
Lil
Karma
Pump for
2.
a second?
What about Lil Pump?
The nigga's building a pretty good catalog.
I think he's gonna blackball himself.
I don't think he's gonna blackball himself. I think he's at a point now where he either has to drop an album or drop another Gucci Gang, and dropping another Gucci Gang isn't easy because it was Gucci Gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like, with a song like that, I don't think he went into it and saying, like, I'm going to create the biggest hit of the year. I think he just probably went into that shit like, yo, nigga, I'm trying to make a really just dope track in general. You know what I'm saying?
But I noticed he's been just putting out single project,
Yeah.
single project, single. Like that. That's what he's been doing.
I mean, that's how most people's the formula is. Drop a couple singles and do an album, do a project. That's usually the album formula. He's with an album. I mean, with a label.
It's not like that though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different. Like, this record is different. Like, this is his newest record, and like I said, I hate to say it, but goddamn it, I'm a Pump fan now. Like,
You discussed it.
my man's called me today. I posted that shit on Twitter and on Facebook. My man's was like, "Nigga, you really like Lil Pump, bro? Like." The way the type of shit your ass listen to, nigga, the shit with like, really? And I had to explain it to him. Like, I caught it from, maybe it was just the way it was arranged, but just listening to the nigga catalog from where he is now, listening down to where he started.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga, he's building something. This record right here is crazy. Butterfly Doors, Lil Pump. Shit crazy. It's the one that the Asians was mad at them about. Shout out to the Asians.
Everybody want to be mad about something.
Yeah, because he said something like, My eyes
Eyes
look
on
like a
chink.
chink. Yeah.
Butterfly doze.
Hey.
Space coupe look like a UFO. Whoa. Smoking on dope. Damn. They cut me out, cut my eye real low. Low. Pulling up foes. Whoa. Baby mama whip a pot on the stove. Ain't no joke. No, you the type nigga go cry.
I don't know. I just think this ain't for me.
No, it's
not for me.
It's,
I'm
it's,
not.
It's for the kids.
I'm
for sure,
not the targeted
but
fan base by no means when it comes down to songs like that. I don't know. Like I'm the nigga that's supposed to like listen to that shit, and just because I've been groomed by hip hop, I'm supposed to look at that shit and be like that shit's nasty.
It's
and
like
I do
Mo
feel that
Bamba
way.
though. It's like Mo Bamba. I feel like Pump make all of his records are like Mo Bamba in a sense that because
I think
I've
mostly
only heard,
every artist just get one of those from me. Like
no,
Sheck West get one Mo Bamba. You know what I'm saying?
No. If Sicko Mode wasn't out right now,
Pump get Gucci Gang.
dog. If Sicko Mode wasn't out right now, Mo Bamba would be number one. Mo Bamba would be where Sicko Mode is right now, talking about like.
Probably,
You know
but
I think Mo Bamba
but
still.
What my point is like I'm not betting on Sheck West to deliver something again as good as Mo Bamba. I have
what's the expectation for a nigga like Lil Pump? Not from you in general. Not from you, just in general. What's the expectation for a nigga like Lil Pump?
I already said I don't think he's gonna last that long. I think he's gonna blackball himself before he even gets to tap into that real potential because of all the extra shit that he has going on that just looks foolish as fuck.
What extra shit does he have going on?
Nigga, this motherfucker's getting shows canceled in Europe. Those European bags are forever. Don't fuck up those bags, bro.
You can get a few canceled. We just got done
Word
talking
of mouth.
about last episode how Snoop Dogg is canceled in 12 European countries. He's fine.
We talking about
You make classics, nigga. You gonna be good. Gucci Gang. I don't care how you feel about it. It's a classic.
You got me fucked
It's
up.
gonna go down as a classic.
No, it's not.
Yes, it will.
No, it will not.
Yes, it is.
Guarantee.
I guarantee you.
I
I
sound like the most
guarantee you.
foolish ass nigga.
What
of
are
all
we?
time.
We 25. When we're 40, if we walk into any random nightclub, any random urban quote unquote hip hop nightclub,
It's gonna be
that'll be on the throwback list. I guarantee
it'll be on that. Oh, I forgot this song existed.
No, the throwback list. Like I said, that's on the throwback.
Like classics.
Throwback Thursday, they're playing that song.
Exists, my nigga.
Throwback
Like
Thursday, they're playing that.
If you
playing
YOLO, if you in the
all
club
of
and
that.
In the Club comes on, nigga, you like, oh shit, it's In the Club. When you hear 15 years from now, when you hear Gucci Gang in the fucking club, you're like, oh shit, that song did exist. And like, damn, that shit came out 25 years ago or whenever. That's how you gonna be fucking feeling about it.
You underestimating how people consume music.
That young man is trash.
That's fine that you think that.
That young man is trash. That young man just moves quite stupidly,
close to a million
and recklessly
or more people
and
that think
ruthlessly.
otherwise.
Eventually, that's gonna fuck up his bag.
Great. There's a million people that think otherwise.
I don't give a fuck. There's a lot of stupid motherfuckers.
True.
There's 7 billion people on the planet. That makes room for a lot of stupid motherfuckers.
True.
Therefore, just because you fit in that same little bracket doesn't mean that I'm wrong.
No, it doesn't mean you're wrong, but it doesn't mean you're right either.
Nah, but I just generally believe that the young man is trash. Like,
I didn't say the nigga was Lyrical Miracle. I just said
young man's
he's
trash.
definitely been building
Young man's trash man's.
a catalog that I did not think he could or would build. If you go back to the D-Rose, I hated that shit. But even Gucci Gang grew on. And though I don't know if it's just how Tidal got his tracks lined up, but if you start at the top track and then by the time you get to D-Rose, you like, yo, this album. Why didn't he put this out as an album? Like all his newest singles and then like D-Rose and there's some shit called Boss he did with Gucci. Yeah. Kid got that shit. Like Lil Pump is Lil Pump for a reason, bro.
Him, Smoke Purple, and Gucci gonna get together and they gonna come up with Gucci Gang, nigga. That's gonna be all
Probably.
you, bro. That's like you are the fan base that they're appealing to. I mean,
I'm definitely not the main fan base.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not the demographic.
You would be the older demographic, like not in the middle of the podcast.
If you get Gucci Man, yeah, I'm gonna listen. But if you get just I'm about to anyway.
I can hear you chewing this shit. Like,
I
no,
know.
fuck that shit. No.
I got a bag of fries in my hand, so like I'm about to eat these fries. This nigga like, no, nigga, don't eat the fries.
No,
don't
like
eat 'em
first
off
off,
the mic.
nobody
Stupid.
wants to fucking hear your mouth moving.
Anyway,
The fuck out of here. Like
I was saying, what was I saying?
Like
Threw me off.
I was saying, like you were the fan base that they want.
Maybe older wise, because
Yeah,
like I said, if you throw Gucci Mane in that, yeah, I'm gonna listen. If it's a Gucci Mane, Smoke Perp, and Lil Pump song, I'm gonna listen just because of Gucci. But if I like Lil Pump's verse, then I just like it. That's not why I listen to it.
I ain't got time for the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like Smoke Perp's music. I don't like Lil Pump's music. I fuck with Gucci, but it's like I ain't got really time. I don't.
No, we've already talked about that, but goddamn, every time I think about it, I'm just so inspired by the improvement of the man formerly known as Roderick Davis, that is Gucci Mane. Comeback story like a motherfucker.
You know what? He's one of those people that has a Drick at the end of his name that doesn't deserve a Drick at the, you know what I'm saying, at the end of his first name. Because you know what I'm saying, he ain't that whack. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like Chadwick Mossington. Like, he ain't like
Not even
that.
close.
Nah, that's Gucci.
The fact you even brought that up, that they might be in the same realm.
No, I'm not saying that they
Gucci
are.
would probably slap you for that.
I'm saying he has
Like,
a
old Gucci
he has a
would probably slap
Drick
you
at the
for
end
that.
of his name. It shouldn't be there. Like Drick's
who?
Drick. You know how I dropped.
Well,
Drick.
that's yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I dropped that on people.
Well, no, you added the Drick.
Yeah,
you added the Drick to Shad.
Yeah,
it's really
because
Shad.
he walk. I mean, because he whack as fuck.
Gucci's name really does end with Drick. You added the Drick to Bow Wow.
Yeah, because he
you
whack.
added the Shad Drick Moss.
How many people know somebody
Gucci's name is really
at the
Roger.
end at their end of their
Roger.
name is a Drick and they're cool? Not very many. Not very many.
I don't meet a lot of new people like that. Contrary to popular belief.
Which means like my thoughts is confirmed. I'm just saying.
And the new people I do.
It's very rare.
Unless I talk to you more than 2 or 3 times, I probably don't remember your name.
The person that you know named Frederick will stab you in the fucking back.
Fredericks are sneaky.
Yeah, Fredericks are.
Fredericks are dangerous.
Like, you even gotta ask, like, if you meet somebody named Freddie, like, what's your whole name, my nigga? Like, are you Frederick or your name just Fred? That does make a difference. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Kids, in case you don't know or your daddy never told you, trust a Fred before you trust a Frederick. And always go Jordan over Kobe. So that means if you got the option between 23 and 24, you pick 23 before you pick 24. Just life advice.
Depending on what game is it? It's game 7.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Because Kobe's been in game 7. So, like, Michael Jordan's never been in a game 7. So you really
that speaks to it.
I'm about to say, so you realistically,
that speaks to why
so
you should
realistically
pick
know
Jordan
you
over
don't
Kobe.
know how good.
But that speaks to why
Jordan
you should
is
pick.
in
No, you don't know how good he is in Game 7
right.
because he's that good.
Right, though.
Like, that's
But
why
what
you
I'm
always
saying
pick Jordan over
is,
Kobe.
it's like I got like records. It's like, oh damn, I should bet on Ben Kobe if I don't have no record of, you know what I'm saying, MJ in Game 7. But whatever. That's real technical. But yeah, these freshmen, these lists, the source and everything, all these niggas put out, I think they all whack anyway because they're biased. Complex does the same shit. They put these lists together. They put these, you know, these very biased lists on there. That's from a panel with certain motherfuckers who just like these certain amount of songs, and there you go. Like you had to have a legit like 1,000 buzz out here to fucking get like on an XL cover like 10-15 years ago.
That's a fact.
Like you really had to be putting in. Like you couldn't just have a single and that was just gonna be enough to float you. You had to have like 2 singles, a mixtape, and an album coming out, and all the features.
Yeah.
Like to get there. Like I just think the list now, like, and this would I think is a testament to how much whack music there is out there. To where this is the best list that you could come up with for the freshman cover, and it's filled with minus maybe 3 or 4 people whack ass artists.
Who do you think should have been on the list? Cause like that's new, like new niggas. Who do you think that like?
The Crimson Alchemist on the list, goddammit.
Of course, Crimson Alchemist and AOS off top.
Yeah, off tops, and that's not even because
ain't Busy 9-3, and I ain't even got a record out.
He don't.
Fuck y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
this
still
is
better than that.
Man, goddamn it, this podcast should be nominated for a Grammy. I'm just saying. Straight
you gotta
facts.
make the category at some point.
Real shit, straight facts. But Crimson Alchemist for sure. As far as new,
I mean, like industry right now in the industry.
I feel like nobody should have it. Fuck it. Let's not do it for a year. like straight up. That's like.
So you feel about the Grammys how I feel about the government. Let's just not abide
Grammy
by
shit
the
like that.
rules for a
Yeah,
while.
like it's just like.
Let's just see how it works out.
Like to me, it's like,
Like,
you
yeah, it'd be
shouldn't
rough, but why
you
not?
shouldn't feel obligated as a magazine or a media company or whatever to hand out a trophy to say like here you go, my dude. Like this is because you had like this really dope single for the year, even though it didn't do as well as Drake's. Who could do as well as Drake? So since you're new, you did a good song, you're on this list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real quality to the shit anymore. There's no real powering through. You remember when motherfuckers had to like have a legit popping mixtape for anybody to fucking know who the fuck they was, therefore even get onto one of those covers?
When we first started doing music, we meaning like myself, Ace, Crimson Alchemist, like the people that I've been doing this with for a while, off and on. Well, off and on in my case. We started when niggas was still selling out the trunk. Like that was
Mixtapes.
still the main move at the time when we started recording. When
Physical
we started
copies.
writing, like,
Niggas was printing like having them bitches like pumped out
That
and
was
just
still a
and really
viable
writing in their
marketing
own
option.
handwriting what the fuck the album was and or the project was and all your information, telephone number, that shit on there. Email it with the fucking motherfuckers was doing that shit out their trunk, bruh.
believe it or not, that's
CD
not
sleeves,
that
man.
old. It's that old of a process because it's been around, or it was around that long. But
And if you're a
nowadays,
teenager that
niggas will
thinks
laugh
that's
at you if
that's
you're selling
why
a CD out your trunk. But
You watched,
10 years ago,
you little
it was
bastard.
like, why not?
You watched me do the shit. You was
15,
just
10,
little.
15 years ago, like, why not? Why wouldn't I be at the gas station or
That's
have
how you.
my
That's how
mans
you got
at the
on.
gas station? I'm at the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? You just passing the bitches out, even you charging or not. That was a viable marketing option 10, 15 years ago. Today, people laugh at you if you standing somewhere trying to hand them a CD. They're like, nigga,
Well, that's because people like.
what the fuck are you doing?
Like now, if you one of those motherfuckers that really listen to music or care about sounds and radios and bought a new car or all that shit,
If a nigga
that,
walk up
that
to
shit
me,
don't like most people cars don't have CD players no more, bro,
fuck all that, nigga. It was
or have
that-
boom boxes.
I ain't drove in a year and a half. When I was driving, I think maybe 2 years ago, I went to the gas station one day, and I'm not gonna say the artist's name because he was a cool dude, and I don't blow him up like that just because I'm not trying to, go there. But the nigga handed me the CD while I went in, like he was hounding me about getting the CD after I hopped out the car, like walking in the gas station. He was like, "You want this bitch?" And then followed me in. Saw me break the 20 and was like, "Come on, bro, I know you got that little 5 for me, you know what I'm saying?" So I'm like, "All right, bro, go ahead." So I gave him $5, took the CD. I didn't throw the bitch out, but I listened to like the first 2 songs and I was like, nah. So
Some people,
even if you're doing
that
some
was
shit
the
like
hustle.
that, yeah, that's the hustle, but it's like that. That even then,
Everybody
even in
ain't great.
2000, no, even in what was that? Maybe 2000. Let's say 3-4 years ago, 2014, 13, nigga. I was still looking at you like you was crazy, and I didn't have my music shit together at all by any means at that point, for real. So having a nigga walk up on me and give me that, I was like, nigga, you I hate to say it, but it was like in my head, arrogantly, probably like, nigga, you'll never make it doing this shit.
I knew motherfuckers
You can't just
who-
hand that shit out like that. Like,
Yeah, I knew motherfuckers who were like I personally, who just made good music. So it kind of like that was doing that shit. So it kind of made me feel like, all right, everybody who's handing me a mixtape or wants me to listen to their mixtape ain't gonna be trash. But there is
But
a
they
lot
ain't
of
gonna
fucking
be
trash.
dope either.
Yeah, like there's a lot of trash out there, bruh. Like that's a straight buck.
You know what I've noticed? Just being the artist and just listening to other people's shit, just random people shit to just be like, "Oh yeah, what you think about this shit?" Like, most people that try this are okay at it. The difference is when you can produce the feeling. When you
Everybody
give a
doing the
nigga
same thing.
goosebumps, when you can make a nigga cry, when you can make a motherfucker think about some shit they ain't thought about in 10 years, shit like that. Just when you can connect with a motherfucker, that's that's where it comes from, because it's a combination of things. It's not just can you write a record. That doesn't make a hit record.
No. Like, there's work that goes into all of this. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much people are still slanging mixtapes out of their trunk. They're just doing it over the internet now.
Yeah,
and a lot of motherfuckers
that's
do the same.
new trunk.
Yeah, do the same thing now as they did before. If
How
you
did
did,
we even get here?
Double
What
XL.
the fuck are we
It's
talking
like,
about?
but
Fuck them
if
niggas.
but if you don't want to, like, for example, if you don't want to fucking listen to so and so's mixtape that you see like posted up online or social media or whatever, because you just think like, man, they probably whack, you could just scroll past that shit and not even think about it. But if you want to fucking take the time to listen to it, all the fuck you got to do is press the joint, you know what I'm saying? Press and click on the link, and it takes you to YouTube or fucking Apple Music, Spotify, or whatever. So you can listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But you're not coming out any bread for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As it is today. You know what I'm saying? Where it was before. Because there was plenty of niggas, like plenty that were trying to get down on the hustle on you. Like, yeah, bro. Like you said, let me get that. Let me hold that 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this work I put into this. Like, nigga, for all I know, you probably made this bitch for free.
Or just took it from another nigga. Now you telling me it's yours.
Yeah, like,
Which we've ran into that problem lately.
that's happened.
So fuck those guys.
Exactly. So,
Y'all can eat a big dick, motherfucker, and choke on it till your mama die. Fuck y'all.
yeah, my thing is like the fucking, like, the quality of the chosen few who are supposed to be the Simon's in the background, that's dope. Like, the chosen few that are supposed to be the next coming or what the fuck ever. Think about the last couple of years of freshman covers that you've seen. 99% of these
The
niggas,
last 12 have been trash.
yeah, like 99% of these niggas, either they fall off, they had one golden jewel and that shit, and then they just fucking peered, or like their whole
They always got one
structure.
to 3.
Yeah, it's like 1 or 3 kind of have staying power. That whole like 12 to 10, like the whole
The
thing in
rest of them
totality.
just
Yeah,
fizzle off.
all they just fizzle off. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them.
A lot of them
imagine where the
motherfuckers end up
nigga-
on TV and shit because they like get ran out of hip hop. Like, it's gonna be all types of crazy shit.
Imagine the nigga that was on the 2010 XL cover that you ain't heard from him since the 2010.
You know what that
XL
makes
cover.
me
That nigga
curious?
working at Target
Who
right now.
who was on the 2000?
Let's not look that up.
Nope, I'm listening. I'm looking
That's
that up
gonna be
now.
depressing.
No, fuck that. Because it's like
I don't even
I'm-
want to hear another black man struggle that
You
hard.
know what? 2010 double XL
Nigga,
freshman.
my struggle hard enough.
You know, like, for real.
I'm sure yours is too. Why would you
Like-
want to hear about a nigga struggling like that?
Oh my god.
Okay. You found it that quick?
Yep.
Wow.
J. Cole, Pill, Nipsey Hussle, Freddie
I
Gibbs.
remember Pill.
Yep.
Wow.
Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, OJ the Juice Man.
That was the 2010 cover?
This was 2010 cover.
2010 was a nice cover.
Yep.
Wow.
J Rock, Fayshawn and Donis, Meek Mill, Big Crit, Saha the Prince, Lil Twist, Yellow.
Little twist.
Right? Wait, here's the ending minus one person. Yellow Wolf, Fred the Godson, Mac Miller, YG, Lil B, Kendrick Lamar, and Diggy Simmons. That was the 2010 cover.
That's a pretty solid list, though.
Yeah, so if we talking about from people
That one didn't turn out that bad.
Yeah, so if we talking
9
about
years
from
later,
this
looking back.
list, then you got like one.
Well, no, I think in 2010 when that came out, we were like, okay, yeah, that's okay. You got Mac.
3, 4, 5 people off this list that you pretty much don't hear music from in the regular.
Let me see. You said in the regular?
Yeah, on the regular.
1, 2, 3. Is Fayshawn and Donis?
I counted
a
as
group?
one.
Or okay, so 1, 2, 3,
We really don't.
4, 5,
Maybe Lil B too. I don't really hear that nigga release music no more.
6, 7. I think Diggy just put out a project.
Did he?
I saw it on Instagram.
Jesus
I remember
Christ.
something. So let's say you got 6 with Pill. I haven't heard Freddie Gibbs like that, but he was in jail.
He dropped
for
a
minute.
joint last year.
Yeah, but that joint was hard.
I'm about to say, what the fuck you mean? He be on Twitter all the time.
All right, well, Pill, OJ the Juice Man, For Sean and Donis.
Quarter
whatever that
brick,
is.
half a brick, whole brick.
Hey! Lil Twist, Fred the Godson. Well, Fred the Godson be popping. He just popping on the West Coast. So, like, if you ain't on the West Coast, you really don't really
on a regular.
hear
Like
that.
I know who he is because I was out there. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was plugged into that world. But it's like
Lil B don't put out no records no more.
nah.
Even though, like, I still
Bass
don't.
God.
I still don't accept Lil B. Let's talk about that for a second. I still don't accept Lil B
Is it rapper?
as a rapper, but I accept him as the bass god that he is.
I
what
don't
I'm
accept him as a rapper, but he is the bass guy.
I believe that.
That's a very that's unique. But if you like, we comparing that to today. Come on, fam. Like, come on. That's a huge difference. Huge.
Not even in the whole 10. I was like 9 years.
Like, dog. Huge difference.
I wonder what last year's list looked like. No, last year's list had like Anderson .Paak and like a couple other niggas.
No, Anderson .Paak was years before that.
Really?
Yeah, I think he had to be on the 20.
He couldn't have been no earlier than
It'd be like the
16 or
17.
17.
I think it was like the 2015,
He
2016.
ain't been out that long.
Yes, he has.
Not mainstream.
Yes, he has. His second album
You know
came
what?
out
Yeah,
in 2015.
Yeah,
The fuck you
I might have. I probably did. Yeah, I think I did start hearing about Anderson .Paak about 2015, 2016, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think the first joint came out like 2013, like his first album, whatever.
This nigga Skinny Joe Rogan. He got bitches eating eels and bobbing for apples.
First off, motherfuckers that was on Fear Factory, y'all some ruthless ass niggas. Like,
Oh, more eels.
you got me
Okay.
fucked up. I ain't about nah, bro. I'm about to say, don't them
Bro,
shit
those
sting your
snakes.
face?
They might be snakes, actually.
You
Oh, yeah,
hell
those are snakes.
no.
Those are
Nope.
definitely snakes.
Nope.
This nigga threw a fucking boa in that
Nope.
bitch.
I'm done.
Anyway,
I'm on my Indiana Jones shit. Like, that's some real Jose Ortega information. Like, I don't fuck with snakes by no means, my nigga. Like,
nigga, snakes, spiders, roaches, rats. I am not the guy for
you
it.
know what? I'm cool with all those things 'cause I'm living in the hood.
Yeah,
I'm not
I have
cool.
too.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
never
not-
liked them.
Yeah, I'm not. I can live with them though. It's like if I had no other choice,
No.
I could live. I could
Yeah,
live.
if I didn't have a
Yeah,
choice.
if I had no
but
other
if I have
choice,
a
I could
choice,
live.
Fuck that.
If I had no other choice, I couldn't
No.
live with no snake, bro. I couldn't. I didn't want to fuck with a girl who had a snake, who carried a big purse just in case that fucking snake decided to crawl into the purse, and then the purse is in my car, and now the fucking snake is in the car, in the purse, like with me. No, my nigga, no risk.
Look, I know
Can't risk
you
that
said-
shit.
I know you said he was cool, but baby, it's I can't let you put this snake in my car.
Real shit. I know you say he's
Look at
trained.
this bitch. She bobbing apples out in a pit of snakes.
She ruthless. This bitch is wild.
Black women are strong, ain't
Man,
they?
black women are the strongest women on the planet, bro. Man,
All the white girls gonna flake out.
real shit. Like I was saying, like you ain't winning unless you got yourself a black woman, bro.
Nigga,
Like
what's
those
next?
are straight fucking facts.
This is
Like,
why we don't do commentary. This is why we podcast.
no,
and don't
that's when you
commentary.
look at the shit. You was like, damn, this bitch is amazing.
Because I saw snakes and water and apples. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like this shit is amazing.
Like, look at my man's with the red fucking cut off sleeve T-shirt. Like, that's so 2001 California. Like,
I
Bro.
said 2001 California.
anyway,
You know this chick is telling all her kids today this story. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas probably like 12, 11 right now. One's probably going to high school. I don't know. Like, well, this is an old
Middle
ass
school, I
episode.
believe.
Like, that's some real shit.
I was on Fear Factory with Joe Rogan before Joe Rogan was Joe
Ah.
Rogan.
So, how we know like this show's about like an end game, just money?
Yeah, I think it's 50 racks.
Yeah, was it 50,
It's 50 racks. Yeah, it's 50 racks.
So, I have this theory. Actually, I don't have this theory. I commend Jeff Bezos' wife for going after the whole bitch. Like, the whole bitch.
We talked about a few episodes ago.
Oh, my God. Oh,
And ironically, so did Joe Rogan
Oh,
about the most expensive divorces in history.
Ain't he supposed to lose like $370 billion or some shit like that? Like,
No.
God damn.
No, he got to split 160.
Oh.
So old girl is entitled to like I think somewhere between 66 and 70.
Oh.
and he's just cool with it. Like,
No,
it is what it is. Yeah.
I wonder
Bruh, like,
if that's the case, and
whatever.
I really want to know how fire the pussy is of the bitch that he's
This
fucking.
nigga said,
Like,
if we could
willing
do
to
it all
take a
over
60 to
again,
$77 billion loss, like that shit has to be fire. You have to be fucking Ariana Grande. Like, it has to be, it has to be Ariana
for me
Grande.
to have that much money
like,
and to marry you 25
Right.
years before I had that much money, you
It's
gotta
like
be
Rihanna.
Like, before Ariana Grande, like Ariana. We not gonna go into my. I'm starting.
Like,
yeah. Anyway,
it has to be the most
I
fire.
almost went to a weird place.
It has to be the
But
most
still,
fire.
That's a lot of money. That's like a lot of money.
Like, you just cool with that though. Like, that's how you know you got fuck you money, because you can just
That's fuck the world money. That's
yeah,
not
like
fuck you money.
No, that's
more than
really fuck you money. That's like,
more than
all right, bitch, I'm out with my new hoe. Fuck you, nigga. You gonna give me half? Fuck that half, bitch. I still got the other half, so I'm still living. Ha! That's real. When you can say fuck that half, bitch. Fuck that half. Jeff Bezos in this motherfucker. CEO of Amazon in this bitch.
And you
fuck
see
you.
you see what happened.
That's crazy.
You see how the boy Jeff getting down. My man's was fucking his man's wife. That's how it went out. That's how it all came out. I guess Mackenzie, his wife or his ex-wife now, caught him fucking one of his friends' wives. This nigga named Patrick. Caught him fucking his wife, this little Latin chick, and something. Her name was something Sanchez, and
sometimes you forgot to
just
fuck
like,
Patrick's
yeah.
wife. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you got to do that.
I mean, when Patrick
sure
is married to a little bad Hispanic chick, you know,
bro, what
it
can
might
you,
happen. Like
what can
that.
you do? I'm sure, like, there's some
Patrick.
listeners right now who probably
Shout out to Patrick.
Yeah,
Shout out to Patrick, because Patrick having a rough week and a rough weekend. I'm sure.
you know what?
All the money I'm sure he's made and is making, he's living very.
You know what,
comfortably.
Patrick?
But shout out to Patrick.
You know
'cause
what,
he's having a rough week.
Patrick, it's all good, my nigga. It's all good. Fuck these hoes. These hoes ain't loyal. They ain't never been loyal. Chris Brown done said it after he beat Rihanna, but it still remains to be true. Like, these hoes ain't loyal. You got to go out there and find
Wait,
you.
say that one more time. Did you just say Chris Brown didn't beat Rihanna?
No,
but
I
he beat
said
Rihanna.
I said he said it after he beat Rihanna, but it still remains to be
Nigga,
true.
he still beat Rihanna.
Yeah.
She's royalty, goddammit.
Yes, but these hoes still them aren't all loyal, bro. Like,
True, but
he
shout out to
he handled that completely wrong.
Riri ain't got to be loyal to me. As long as you with me, you with me.
I don't know. Like, Rihanna looked like the bitch that's like, if she not really with me all the way, like, my feelings would be really hurt. Like, I'm not even going.
See, that's why you
like,
can never pull Rihanna.
Nah, like my feelings would be hurt, bro.
You gotta
Like,
be okay with letting her toy with you.
You can't be okay with that. That pussy is too fire, because if you get it that one time, you know now.
I believe it.
You know
No, I
now.
believe it.
You
I'm
know.
just saying.
You know the facts of how fire the pussy is. So there's no going back, nigga. That's just facts. Like, it's just like, damn, dog.
At the very least, if it comes down to it, I'm pretty sure Rihanna could like cheat on me at least 3 times. And
I'd be
like,
fine
all
with
right.
it, as long as I get like an I'm sorry
You came home,
blowjob.
right? So that's all that matters, baby.
Yeah. If she gives me an
long as
I'm
you came
sorry
home.
blowjob, I'm sure that would suffice. Like, then, like, she don't
I
gotta
didn't
do
need
much.
all of that. Did you
She
come
ain't
home?
gotta, yeah, she ain't gotta do much. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gotta do much. Like, fam, you know, it's Riri. You know what I mean? There's plenty.
You gotta draw the line at a point, but goddamn it, sometimes
yeah,
you
but
gotta
Patrick, there's plenty of fish in the
erase
sea.
that motherfucker and draw another one.
Plenty of fish in the sea, Patrick. You know what you should do? Go over to Asia. There's plenty of them women over there. You
Ain't
can,
that like white folks fetish anyway? Asian women. That's like they thing.
you know what? I think that's like, I call that the exotic white. For the,
Asian women?
yeah,
Exotic. They're exotic white women.
because most Asian people, well,
I would consider that like
a lot of Asians that I know, they go for
Eastern European women.
white females or white males, bro. And it's like almost kind of like this block on the wall of just like, Ling Ling might be fucking with Tyrone for real, but Lee Ling ain't really gonna give Tyrone no pussy by no means. But Jeff certainly could. Jeff can work himself in there, no problem.
Well, she can bring Jeff
Tyrone,
home.
yeah, Tyrone, yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's why I call it the exotic white technically European white to me is just normal white. I think that's like the
I don't think it's
the
many
least
of
evolved
us.
version of white. I guess I don't know.
I don't think it's many of us that like really care whether or not, especially when it comes to like, let's say the exotic whites. I don't think it's many of us that really care whether or not we're the side dude or the main dude. It's
Nah.
just like, is she cool? Can I fuck with her like that? I wouldn't be surprised if the first time I really got involved with an Asian chick, if I fucked around and married her, because like I
don't know. It's something
like,
that you gotta test.
maybe
the
it's just
waters
the culture. It's like you put this idea in my head that like they're super cool.
on. I love Asian people. You know,
I love Asian
I love
people
Asian.
too,
I love
like,
Asian people. I love
I
Asian
could-
culture.
the same way I could see
had to
myself
date an Asian
married-
girl for me to know that it was like, you know what, she's really cool. This ain't for me. Like
I've
it was
never
just-
done it. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
same
she's
way
really
I can
cool.
see
just wasn't for me.
myself marrying a black chick or a Hispanic chick, I could also see myself marrying an Asian chick.
Just like fat girls.
But
It's
that's
like
like the only three.
I know
got.
plenty of cool fat women, and I've dated a couple fat women. I fucked a couple fat women. Fat women ain't for me. It's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I've tested the waters. I tried it. It's not for me.
That's the problem and the beauty of the world when you really knock it down and you break it into the cookie crumbs that are life. Individual interpretation is and probably will be the death of humanity on one level or another.
We've been doing that for
No, it's definitely caused a lot of
millennials.
deaths so
Like, I was about to
far,
say,
but I'm saying like the
millennials.
death of like everything, because
well, that's
you know
clearly. I mean, if we're gonna say like the
once
trend
again, that's
is
another
rolling in a
podcast.
certain direction, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
what else is going on? God damn it!
I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna give you your
We've been
seg-
talking about a whole bunch of nothing.
a whole bunch of nothing, but we made some great points. I feel like we're saving the world. God damn it!
We're not,
Will you stop fucking with my shit and let me save the world? God damn it!
but we're not.
You's a selfish motherfucker for trying to take this shit from me.
I'm realistic.
You selfish.
Realistic.
Like most niggas that have been free from the chains are.
What's next, motherfucker?
Magic Johnson donated blood.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Time out.
You
time
did
out.
not
time
hear
out.
this
time
falsely.
Out.
That yes, that you heard exactly
Time
what I
out.
said. Magic Johnson donated
How
blood.
are we doing this? How does like last week?
Why
okay,
are we
or last
doing this,
episode, I said, how does the whole R. Kelly thing work? And I was genuinely curious for that. Even more so now on a different topic, that is this topic, I have to wonder to myself and for the safety of my loved ones, how and why
Did they
and when did this start working? Like, how does this work? Irving
Magic Johnson.
Showtime
Showtime.
is donating blood.
Yes, I saw the tube in his arm and the blood going straight into the baggie, filling it up with all type of AIDS blood. That is Irvin Magic Johnson's. That he will be donating to quote unquote save lives.
Hollywood's a bitch, ain't it?
Look, fam, if he's doing this shit like willy nilly and no one like this is my thing. I saw this article, I saw no outrage, and so I was
Really?
I was like, what the fuck?
See how I said niggas pick and choose. You not mad? Not that you really.
I'm not
should be,
mad
but
at
you're
Ir-
not mad about that.
I'm not mad
That
at
doesn't
Irvin.
spark
I'm not
some
mad
curiosity.
at Irvin, but this
I'm
sparks,
not mad at
this
Magic.
sparks
I'm
my
just-
curiosity
yeah,
of
like-
this.
You niggas, I'm mad you niggas didn't
But
say
also
that. You
might
say something about
confirm,
everything else.
but also might confirm a couple things, like my theory that Irvin Magic Johnson has not had AIDS since the 90s. Like there's like, come on, fam.
You think like Trey Parker and Matt Stone, this nigga been had the cure, but just didn't tell nobody.
Bro, there's no how the
You gotta have enough cash for him to tell you.
How the fuck you get AIDS and then you don't get skinnier, you get bigger. Not only
And you get richer.
right.
And
Not,
you, yeah.
not only were you supposed to die yesterday, you've been living for a couple extra years now.
Well,
You own the
you know what? That presents an even bigger question of how many diseases is it out here that you think that you could probably cope with and live with if you just had the bread to deal with it, like Irvin got to deal with AIDS.
Deeper
'Cause
question.
AIDS is supposed to kill you.
I think he had a cure. I think there is a cure. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think there's a cure for AIDS and cancer.
You know what?
But
I don't like Black
I
Mirror,
don't think motherfuckers
but
doing that shit.
like motherfucking Black Mirror should do an episode of somebody like of the motherfuckers that discovered that the the cure for cancer and AIDS exists.
Really?
Yes.
You think they should do that?
Yes.
Well, guess what? If you would watch more of it, you'd see that they already did that. So you should probably stop being a dick when it comes to, content.
It's probably a shitty version of what the fuck I'm thinking about because
Whatever,
it's so
they
trash.
did it.
Nah.
It was the end of season.
It's the end of it's the end of season. I don't give a fuck. But still, like I do believe that they'd exist though.
That was like a little portion of the
there's
story.
no way in hell that so many people, you know what I'm saying, like have been getting these diseases for so long, and there's not a fucking vote somewhere somehow that has the fucking cures for this shit. What if the president of the United States gets AIDS?
He's getting a cure or whatever they got.
Exactly.
ASAP.
Exactly, nigga.
So
but
what you think
we would never motherfucking know.
You mad at that?
Yeah, absolutely. The fuck you mean? Like am I
The world we live in, nigga, wake up.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, it fucking exists. Which also the reason why I don't fuck with these pharmaceutical companies who choose to, rather than give you a fucking cure, give you something else that's gonna fucking kill you instead. And if your body processes it the right way, then cool. If not, then fuck it.
They give you some shit, cure cold, but give you anal bleeding.
Right.
Hey,
Like-
sometimes your ass gotta bleed for relief.
Like fuck all that shit. Like I really do. Like, cause that's the most preposterous shit I've heard in a long time, or seen in a long time. Just like
shit.
Magic Johnson was really connected to a tube and a bag, and there was a nurse taking his blood, and this blood was going for the donation of people in need of blood, like from like severe wounds, blood transfusions, and shit like this. Do we not motherfucking know that we can't transfuse like dirty blood with good blood, and the good blood not become dirty? What the fuck?
Well, okay, you don't work with blood on a daily basis, so I would argue the fact that probably if Magic Johnson is donating blood, just like they filter water now, they can probably filter blood. So even if Magic
Remember that young kid
blood,
that died
I'd
in the
imagine
80s?
your blood would
Or
probably
was it
have
the
to be
90s?
strong enough. In the 90s, technology probably wasn't that good.
But still,
So, it's
that
not
one
the same
kid that
thing.
ended up dying, who was like the real staple, because
A lot of kids died from
but he ended
AIDS in
up
the
getting, I forget what his name is, but he was like, since his birth he had to get regular blood transfusions, and one of the people who was a donor of blood from blood that got transfused into him was positive for HIV. Young man got HIV. Couple years later, short term, died. But this is from blood transfusions. You ain't got to be fucking somebody to get, you know what I'm saying, AIDS. And what I'm saying is,
Yeah, but you gotta be,
even though technology
can't
might
be
be
broke and live with it.
Yeah,
like
but-
that.
but
you know what I'm saying? Like I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. Like if you got Magic Johnson money, you can probably live with that disease.
Why are we?
If you got our money,
But why is it okay?
Probably-
And I'm
it's
not a
probably
fucking
rough.
scientist, but I just want some clarity on the whole thing. It's like, why is it fucking okay for somebody who has AIDS and HIV to donate blood and it goes somewhere to somebody who doesn't possibly?
Because if I can filter the blood, then that person that needs the blood that's that type can get that blood. Everybody doesn't do that.
You really willing to take the risk on that?
You don't know the blood. The person is gonna
Would
get-
you?
If I knew it was coming from Magic Johnson, I would definitely have some questions. But the person that's probably
But
going
on
to get
broad-
that blood that they're probably going to filter and test and everything, unless it was just a publicity stunt for show, the person that's going to get that blood that they're testing right now or have already tested isn't going to know it came from Magic Johnson.
Yeah, but people make mistakes. Doctors make mistakes. Shit fucking happens.
Yeah.
Things get through. And what I'm
You're
saying,
talking about like a 0.00001% thing happening right now, though.
But that very, very small percentage is one person on the planet who now has AIDS because they had a fucking transfusion of some
Well,
sort.
nigga, move
because
to Atlanta. Fuck, I don't know.
No, dude, that's where you gonna get AIDS at. Like
If you already got it, what's the difference?
well,
Moving on.
if you already got it, nigga, just stay. Like, don't fucking be passing it on to motherfuckers. Like, I think that's the most irresponsible thing that you could do. Whether the doctors say it's okay or not, like, realistically, fuck that shit, bro. Like, you should really think about it. I think that's endangering to somebody's life. I don't give a damn if you Magic Johnson or nah, nigga. Like, that's endangering to somebody's life. If Craig, the fucking the what was it? They call it the hemiologist or some shit or whatever the fuck.
Hematologist.
Yeah, that. You can tell I was raised by, came in Detroit public schools. But yeah.
I think they've got the point by
if
now.
If that motherfucker makes a fuck up, you know what I'm saying, and just like turns his head and switches some vowels by accident, switches some bags by accident because somebody's talking to him and shit, guess what? Now this person, you know what I'm saying, whoever's going to get that bag is going to have AIDS, going to have HIV,
what was that?
Or whatever the fuck, because
was that Fresh Prince?
Human irresponsibility.
Was that Fresh Prince where they did that episode where they was trying to take Will's nuts because the clipboard got switched with somebody else? And he was there for like a gunshot wound and they tried to take his nuts or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit, that's that type of shit. That's,
like I said, like human.
That's that level of shit, bro.
I always got to give some type of room for human error. You know what I'm saying?
You always do, but you can't be afraid of it.
Just the fuck I can.
No, because you can be, but
because if I know, if I know
the way you should,
high profile with the cure for AIDS, Magic Johnson is donating blood.
You don't have AIDS. None of this shit confirmed has anything to do with any of us that don't have AIDS. So, like I said, the person that probably needs that blood, that's gonna get that blood, that they're probably gonna filter like Brita, how they do with water. Probably gonna filter that blood. Person's gonna get that blood, probably needs that blood. I ain't gonna give a fuck if it came from Magic Johnson or my asshole. Like, I ain't gonna care.
I think, you know what? Is terrible as it may sound.
Not that my ass bleeds.
I was say, like, as terrible as it may sound.
A thing that if it's happening to you,
your asshole blood might actually be a lot cleaner than Magic Johnson's blood. If
I doubt that.
Hey, look, fam. I ain't no hematologist or whatever and none of that shit, fam. I am no scientist by no means.
I think we both fucked up the word, but you just made it worse.
Hematologist?
Yeah, that's like double what we weren't supposed to.
Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not a scientist. I podcast better than niggas. That's my job. I'm sticking to my lane. All right. So like all I'm saying is like that's a little risky. I'm just saying. I don't go to doctors anyway because of shit like that. That seems a little risque, bro. Like for real.
Risque.
That's what the word is, I think.
Look at you. Trying to be all suburban with your words.
I had lament like, look, nigga, I went on this whole rant sounding like I went to Detroit public schools, which I did. I had to put something out there. You know what I'm saying? Like change up the shit a little bit.
You could have just said Tarjay. If you was gonna say risque, goddamn.
Tarjay. I haven't been to a Tarjay in like 2 years.
The fact you said I haven't. Anyway, all right.
I said I haven't. But
you a rat.
You said what?
You a rat, like a hood rat. Like not a snitch. You like a hood rat. You a hood rat.
Duh, nigga. What the fuck? Like, duh.
That's not a good thing.
It's okay, my nigga.
Oh, this nigga Bleak bald headed.
Memphis Bleak.
Yeah.
He still had waves. I mean, braids today. Like up until yesterday. What the fuck? Like,
no, I just seen. I rarely see him without a hat, and when I got on Instagram, it was the first picture I seen was him bald headed holding his daughter. So
you know what? Speaking of that whole crew. I thrive for the day that I see Dame Dash like in an interview not mad. Like I'm kind of looking forward to that because it's going to be like the weirdest anomaly on the face of the earth. Like he doesn't give not one angry or irritated mannerism in the entire interview. That's going to spark so many questions of what the fuck is wrong with Dame Dash.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, fam. Did he talk monotone this entire fucking interview and didn't get hype?
I think I might be in the minority when I say this, but I'm one of the few people that thinks probably to be safe, let's say 85% of what comes out of Damon Dash's face in 2018, 2019 is probably accurate.
100%
holds weight.
Like,
yeah, there's a little bit where you be like, okay, he just might be excited.
Like, yeah, he might be boosting a little bit,
but
yeah,
you can pretty much follow it.
Dame Dash ain't one of those niggas that says or does things in a reasoning to lie.
If he was just doing this shit for clout, you would like notice by now.
Yeah,
like, as the kids say, for like clout, you would notice.
You would probably see him on the regular doing more outlandish fuck shit.
Like he only even responds to shit that even has shit to do directly with him.
Yeah,
and the shit that has to do directly with him,
and he chooses to what the fuck he responds to.
Still gives you a gem in this shit. Like
he chooses what he responds to, even if you do like put it on him directly. Like if he thinks it is some fuck shit or whatever that's not in his face, like you're not in the interview sense, like it's on social media, he'll fucking ignore you. But if he like, you know what I'm saying, like
I think most of them niggas do that. But
yeah. But in a certain sense, like he'll hit you back up if you punch that fucking nerve. If he know you or he know that you should fucking know better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dame is one of them motherfucking niggas, bro. Somebody got to be Dame Dash of this shit over here. God damn it, if it's got to be me, then fuck it.
Hey, Jay's always the coolest nigga in the room, so I can always take my time and do what I do. You dig?
So what? You know what? I'd rather have a life where everybody's a little bit like mad at me. That makes
you
me
the personality. You
that makes me
be
human.
Personable. You gotta show your whole range of emotions.
That is truth.
Me, I'm supposed to be.
One of these episodes, I'm going to spontaneously cry on the episode.
Shout out to everybody in the future that's going to think I'm like a mysterious artist that doesn't know I do a podcast. That's going to find that I do a podcast. I be writing and smoking weed and like fucking and like watching TV.
So he does regular Detroit nigga shit. But there's no other way to explain.
Sake of lack of a better phrase, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to some new shit. I'm tired of talking about just random regular bullshit.
We talking about what's on the fucking docket and what's been occurring on in the world. Busy Black.
But the world can be boring sometimes.
Pass me an ashtray and stop being a little bitch.
Hold on, let me get your bees. The thing I want to talk about is the thing that I heard just happened in the great state of Michigan that we happen to reside in. A new law.
There's no such thing as being, the great state of Michigan, just so you all know.
A new law has been passed in Michigan.
Jesus.
Excuse me. Which makes cyberbullying a criminal offense that carries a jail sentence of up to 20 years. The law has two parts. The first makes cyberbullying a misdemeanor punishable by 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. The second part can make bullying and harassment a felony, and if it's found to have caused death or serious injury, the bully can face up to 20 years in jail. Now, surface level, I'm all for it because I understand the fact that a lot of these kids just don't have, but they aren't as acclimated to the world as maybe we were at their age.
I just think we just weren't as sensitive.
Like I was getting to, the nigga.
We kind of grew up a little bit harder.
The nigga in me says, just don't, get off of it. Just don't use it. Like if I had kids right now and they were telling me they were getting bullied on like Instagram and shit, I'd be like, then don't use it. You have no reason to be on Instagram right now.
We grew up in the environment.
17. 16, 15. If you're under 15, you have no reason to fucking be on there anyway. So if you're getting bullied, just fucking don't get on there.
But we grew up in the environment that if you came home crying,
not dismissing because
like somebody was fucking picking on you or some stupid shit, like your mom's grandma, brother, sister, whoever kind of either gave you the tools or told you straight up like, look, no nigga, you crying in this bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Go out there and fucking defend yourself. Whoop that nigga ass, and then you can come back.
Yeah, we come from
from a different type of level of, I'm like today, like the kids are brought up so much more sensitive. You can't beat your kids anymore when they do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Which grants more. Like you're not allowing these kids to build character, which turns them into some pussy ass adults. Which then, when like someone says something about them on social media, people freak the fuck out. It's like no one's going to fucking care or remember what somebody says on social media. Fucking 20 years from now, no one's gonna give a fuck. There's a lot of posts.
But listen, the where it stems from is the correction in parenting that was widely accepted, that was trying to be made the generation after us, because we were the last ones probably that got that old school shit or a taste of both. You know what I'm saying? The kids that came up after us, and even a lot, I'd say probably half of our generation, half of the kids that are our age right now.
It started with us.
Yeah, half of the people that are our age right now, half the kids that are our age right now are fucking.
Or if you a little bit older, yeah. But from our generation.
Yeah, if you didn't grow up with maybe, I don't know, certain understandings of things like kind of how we have, then you're probably the opposite. And that don't mean we don't connect, but we have two completely different ideals of life. And, you know, that makes it harder, I guess, to accept when an unknowing bystander is involved. Like, if you don't know, you are new to this. If I was 15 right now talking to us, I'd be like, okay, I can learn something from these guys today. But if I was 15 talking to us when I was 15, I'd be like, yeah, fuck out. Fuck out.
Truth.
Like, yeah, nigga, podcast was fuck on, nigga.
I said that to you last night. Like honestly, like,
yeah,
like,
and I had to think about it after
15,
you said that shit. Like, 15, me, nigga, I was walking around with $800-900 in my pocket just cause.
I didn't even play.
You couldn't really tell me shit.
I didn't even play video games when I was 15, bro. I was outside.
I had just stopped.
I was outside.
I had just stopped.
Shit was happening. I was not in no way mentally focused on the shit that is social media. And even then,
it didn't exist like that.
And even as certain shit did start to pop off, and when the cyberbullying shit really started to occur, which was the high school years, I didn't give a fuck.
Did it really start then though?
For us,
because I never saw it.
For me, well,
I guess we were never.
I never got cyberbullied, but the observation and the topic of it coming up was about like. For real, it was like junior year of high school. It was like cyberbullying and what you say on Facebook is so real. And I'm just like, why don't these people just stop being fucking sensitive and not give a fuck about it?
See, I would always.
I was about throwing hands. So if you said some shit to me at fucking, you know what I'm saying, over the internet, on Facebook or some shit, I gotta see you next day.
But that's what I'm saying. I would always hear about the little kids. Like I remember the one, like it was a couple of preteen black children, they like hung themselves or slit their wrists or something just because of cyberbullying. Like it's been a whole thing. Like cyberbullying, it crosses color waves like mass shootings and shit. Like nigga, it's not about the race, it's about just the humanity of it. Like that.
Yeah, it's not crazy. Okay to bully anybody because certain people are sensitive and we should be conscious of people's emotions. But like. We got to draw a line to saying like this shit ain't that serious, bro.
That's what I'm saying. There's no excuse for not educating your child, no matter how soft and loving and caring and empathetic you want your child to be, and whatever generation you got them growing up in. Is not an excuse for them to not know literally the psychoticness of the world.
Yeah.
Like the world is like overall. And yeah, obviously, you know, do it in increments. Don't just be like, yo, everything's fucked up, bruh. Sorry. You gotta spring that on them when they're like 21. So they be like, oh shit, damn. You know, like everybody else. You can't just overwhelm them with the shit.
Like, honest to God.
If you like got like a, you know, pre-game them to it. You know? You can't just throw a kid out there. And that's part of our problem. And while we so fucked up, we kind of just got thrown to the wolves and was like, figure it out.
A lot of it
not even that we kind of figured it out. The fact that we even think we got it figured out or figured out to some degree is like.
I don't think that we think we do. I
don't know what the fuck it is. I've been in the field. I've been in the woods so long. Goddamn it! I just know I want to eat, so I'm gonna kill something. Fuck the bullshit.
I mean, it's simple. Like that's like ambition mixed with simplicity. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like. I want to not fucking starve again for the rest of my life, so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes so I don't have to starve again for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that. But if you ask any like 80, 90-year-old person,
yeah,
black, white, Asian, Hindu, Catholic, Protestant, whatever, it doesn't even fucking matter. They look at us as younger people and look at us and like, these motherfuckers are straight pussy. And that's because of the way we handle things, but that's the way us as like a people, as humanity, as the last like couple decades have been groomed.
That's a fact.
We've been groomed to not discipline our children, and the children have more fucking say in the household than a parent does. We've been groomed for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the 50s, that wasn't like my mom's. No.
But you still got a lot of lessons. You still got a lot of 50s and 60s, maybe even 70s lessons that you wouldn't have gotten unless your parents were the age that they were.
I didn't learn a lot of them shits until like the last 5 years, to be honest.
Really?
Really? No, I'm saying like they were there. Like the information was there,
but you just never like took heed to it.
Yeah, I didn't take heed to it until like the last like 5 years or so, because a lot of the shit didn't start making sense until it made sense. I was given a lot of adult gems when I was a kid. And it was like I didn't get any shit like I didn't get any hood youthful gems when I was a kid. So a lot of that shit, like you said, I had to learn on the fly, like because we were just thrown to the wolves. Times was different
for me. It's the opposite for me. I got a lot of gems from like old motherfucker, like you know, like old school shit. Like all right, nigga, the grass ain't always green on the other side type shit. But at the same time, I was also getting street gems and learning how to move, and that. It's not that the environments can't coexist. It's just that one is detrimental to your health. So even in, I guess, living out, just trying to live a regular life is going to pose some sort of, you know what I'm saying, conflict at some point that you got to have. Or I guess it's better or easier to deal with if you got the wisdom of somebody that's, you know, like grandparents or your parents that are older or some shit. Like my mom is 60 something. My mom had me when she was 36. Your mom is probably close to the same age. Like
my mom's like 64.
So yeah, she's older than my mom. My mom is like 61, 62. So. You know what I'm saying? That boils down even to like, nigga, that's why the name of the podcast is the name of the podcast, because
gems.
Like, we just happen to kind of, or we think, correct us if we're wrong, you know, for those of you listening, but we tend to think that, nigga, we got cut from a different cloth than a lot of other niggas, and
that's why we talk the way we talk it. Like
if you can prove any different, then prove it. But I know niggas that's 40 years my elder, 20 years my elder, 10 years my elder that tell me the same shit about myself at my age right now. So I think that speaks volumes to just the whole shit what we doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like times are different. Things are going to be a little different. Like the gems that I've acquired throughout my lifetime, by the time my daughter is of age for me to tell her some of this shit, like, of my life, is probably gonna be time sensitive to her, just like it was for my parents. Like the gems was there, the information was there, it was given to me, but a lot of it didn't become realized or appreciated until I was an adult. The rest, everything in between, in the middle, it was like there was, all right, nigga, you got to figure this out for yourself.
I just wonder, like, being a kid today, like, if I was 13...
I don't think that's healthy, because I think a lot of these kids are trying to figure this shit out for themselves, and we clearly can see it's not
social
going
media
too well.
It doesn't help in adding to your personality or your identity.
I'm keep taking it back to Tide Pods. When we were 15, 16, motherfuckers was smoking weed, some niggas drank, and occasionally, every now and again, you was gonna run into somebody that either did pills, lean, or some type of super hard narcotic like cocaine.
Yeah.
Niggas were not outside in the street eating laundry detergent. That's not what the fuck we was doing at 15.
At least it wasn't, you know, we didn't know about it if they were.
If motherfuckers was eating Tide Pods in high school, let me tell you the type of fucking just all out disrespect
I know white
you would have
boys
got in school,
be
bro.
like, nah, that ain't the move, chief.
Right, like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, bro? You'd
like,
be the
wow,
weirdest
niggas
nigga in high school.
Nah, that ain't it.
You like straight up if you motherfucking like eating Tide Pods. But due to social media and today's, you know what I'm saying, youthful climate, that was one of the fucking trends of 2018, 2017 was eating Tide Pods. Like, why the fuck is that a thing? I don't know, but it was.
So to what extent do you think cyberbullying, or to what effect, to what, yeah, to what effect do you think cyberbullying has on like the kids today? Because let's say if we were 13 right now, I don't know. We kind of got in at the beginning of it, or like
we had MySpace, and then it went to Facebook.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like kids weren't getting quote unquote cyberbullied then. We just never really dealt with it. So, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I guess the Me Too thing, where it's like I can just look at it from afar and be like, yeah, that might be kind of fucked up, even though I don't fully understand it. But it's like, damn, it's rough.
I mean, it's rough. It is what it is. I think it holds a lot on these kids today, though, because to them, social media is the world, and it means so much more than what it means or meant to us.
That was the beauty of us getting it when we got it. We got it literally smack dab in the middle after all the kinks was worked out like shit with Facebook. Like I said, mind you, had I known 10, 15 years ago Facebook was going to be what Facebook is now, I would have never made an account. But considering they sucked me in when they sucked me in, pause. Hey, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit with whether it goes from I guess music to promo to personality, just on being your own person. Mm-hmm. All of that shit is worth something. There's a value to it. There's a price per click for a reason on all the different websites. So I don't I mean, I can imagine if I was 15 knowing what I know now in 2019 or 2018, whatever, 2018, 2019, and I was 15 on what I know now, do you know the type of money I'd be throwing at Facebook ads? Like, I would be going insane. I don't care if the music was trash or not, if we was doing a podcast or not, just off of the traction and just the results you see from just even a little bit. I had money back then. Like, I could do something.
Yeah, but that's TN2M logic for you. We're not thinking.
Like I said, this podcast
logic. We're
this whole conversation is like this conversation. Like we wouldn't. This podcast wouldn't exist without, I guess, social coming difference. In where we came in on the culture, or at the time that part of the culture was that part of what's now the culture was introduced to us.
Yeah, we're looking at the evolution of, you know what I'm saying, the social climate more closely than we've ever had before, because we can interact with everybody around the world on various social issues and conversations. You can talk to somebody and have a real deep conversation, like it, love it or hate it, you know what I'm saying, that's in China right now about whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
We know niggas listening to this in China right now. Yeah. They're like, the fuck is this?
Shout out to all my Asians. But
they understand enough English to be like, oh, okay,
those guys are cool.
This is dope,
right? But like, it's a whole different thing, and I think like these people, and I don't want to say kids, because like people in general like get fucking caught up in, around the sensitivity and overwhelmingness that is cyberbullying. That it's like when some shit happens and somebody likes the shit or what the fuck ever, that is just a bunch of people in the room like laughing at them and thinking how stupid they are. Like, no one really gives that much of a fuck. I'm gonna keep it at 100. I think I've said it on the podcast before, but I clown myself on Bomani Jones' page from ESPN. Shout out to them. Clown myself by actually making a point, but my facts weren't completely right, and motherfuckers was clowning for a second. I had to just own it. Like, damn, I put out fake news, fam. Like, I own that shit.
Oh, that's why I gotta check your sources, Mr. Ortega.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Like 100%. I put out fake news and shit came right back and was like, all right, yeah, like, my bad, I fucked up, and then made the, you know what I'm saying, and had a legit point to make right after that shit. But I didn't.
Fire up that joint.
But I didn't go in, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't in my office at my crib like, oh my god, I can't believe Bomani Jones and his fan base are laughing at me because I made a stupid choice. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. No, motherfucker, fuck that shit.
That's why I think it's not even fair, really, to that degree for us to really even talk about it like that, because you don't remember how you were thinking when you were 10. I know I don't.
I do.
You do?
I might smoke a lot of weed and drink a lot, but I'm very conscious of
Shout out to you.
like certain things and where I was and what I was doing to proper understanding of myself.
When I was 10, I was, for the most part, just trying to fit in, and the shit that I did fit into, I fit into. Still didn't know what I liked really or what I wanted or anything, but when I was 10, I definitely had an idea of how I wanted to be somewhat, but I didn't really know what any of that would play out to. So like I said, at 10, if you were telling me to process the social climate of Instagram and Twitter, I would probably lose my shit to some degree too. It might bug me too. So when I see 12, 13, 14-year-olds on Instagram, it's like, you shouldn't even really be on here right now, bro. What are you doing? Like I said, my kid, like I see niggas like Joe Budden and shit, like he got like a page for Lex and all of that. That's like the baby page, you know what I'm saying? That obviously him and Sin run, but it's Lex page.
Yeah.
Granted, that's a brand move, but if I'm going to, you know, have my kid have an Instagram, bro,
I would never. It's on my daughter's phone, the whole thing,
like,
bro.
That's
like, I know there's gonna be because of how prevalent social media is. I know there's gonna be a
you
moment,
don't have to do that.
There's gonna be you don't have to do that. There's gonna be a moment when my daughter is going to want to engage or be a part of social media. Yeah. It's a part of just humanity.
Naturally, they'll get FOMO.
Exactly.
Obviously, naturally.
Exactly. So that's bound to fucking happen. My whole thing as a parent and as, you know, my responsibility is to inform my daughter of the dangers that are and how to what not to give a fuck about that's coming from social media.
And not only that, think about it. I was thinking about that the other day. Think about it. By the time you gotta school your kids, and the rest, you know, those of us in the crew that have kids, by the time you gotta school your kids on the dangers of social media and everything, it's gonna be completely different than how it was when we got it. So
it's different now.
Exactly. So imagine you gonna sound like that parent that you gonna sound like your parents telling you make sure you in before the street lights. There's certain little rules and regulations that you know, but you don't really know what's going on today to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sound like, if it's kids out there, like I'm sure there's multiple people our age trying to start a business and get things going or whatever. It's almost impossible for you to not run the idea past your loved ones and get that shit or try to get it going. It's only so far that you can go to where I guess you would end up what am I trying to say? I guess you would end up in the space where you're not
don't lose your point.
What am I trying to say? I already half lost it because I'm high. So I already have. I'm trying to catch the other half of it. Don't throw me off. It's gone. Whatever.
You know what? I wish motherfuckers could have been here to see this. Like literally, as soon as
you watched it float away from my head.
Like, bro,
like literally.
As I watched you inhale the weed,
like
the idea just went straight
out. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Some good weed.
Oh, absolutely. Smokes nothing but the kush.
Yeah, that shit I was saying.
Yeah, but
this nigga skinny Joe Rogan trying to make motherfuckers eat brains and shit.
Skinny Joe Rogan. Why is Skinny Joe Rogan a thing like Needs D-Rose? Like that, you know.
Because Joe Rogan ain't skinny no.
You know what? Like, real quick before
Joe Rogan is continue, like legit meathead. Pause.
I'm gonna drop a little promo real quick, and this is because out of the goodness of my heart for D-Rose. If you have If you have not voted for your all-star votes this week, today,
make sure you vote for Nunez D Rose.
Today and tomorrow, your votes count twice. So vote
nigga,
for Nunez D Rose. Like, I don't give a fuck if, like, fam.
I don't even fuck with sports, and I'm gonna go fuck with D Rose.
Bruh,
D Rose,
bruh. Today's one of the days where, like, yesterday too, bruh, where your vote counted twice. So, like, vote for Nunez D Rose, bruh.
Facts. Be safe though.
Be safe. But back to my point. By the time I have to school my daughter on this shit, I won't even be 40 yet. Like, I'll be in my 30s, like, legit having to school her about this shit.
Likely. Late 30s.
We're going to be, and we are more involved in social media than we've ever been before.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the shit we're going to be witnessing first fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? Especially the wrongs and shit. Especially, like, look at the way social media attacked Kevin Hart for saying, fuck y'all niggas, y'all for making me apologize a million times. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like,
I was purposely trying to avoid this, but since you brought it up, yeah.
I mean,
Kev said what the fuck I thought he would say, which is, bitch, I'm over it. Sorry. Y'all took me through way too much. I don't care anymore. Like, all of that for that, nah, I'm good. Come back at me and come holler at me in 10 years when, you know what I'm saying, this shit blow over.
Right.
5 years. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at me when this shit blow over. Like, it was on my bucket list of shit to do, but all of that shit y'all just took me through for some shit that you know, the whole thing, I'm good.
Right.
Like, I just told y'all. I might have told y'all niggas hours before he said it. Like, the episode, we recorded the episode came out, and then a couple hours after the episode came out, Kevin Hart came out and said, I'm over it. I told y'all.
Why not be over it?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
why wouldn't you be?
Why would you not be?
Like, the fuck out of here.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about it in the last episode. The Oscars is going on without a fucking host for like the first time in like 30 years or some shit like that.
Which will be so much Caucasian fun in a 3-hour block that you niggas have no idea. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Right. But, you know what I'm saying? This and whatever the case may be, people, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, destroying fucking Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
yeah, because they're clowns.
Right. And what do you see that nigga doing? He made
living his motherfucking life.
Real shit.
Living his best life.
Right after that shit, nigga, I seen this.
He ain't going back and forth with you niggas.
I seen this nigga in a fucking Argyle suit and a fucking tan shirt. Like 2 hours later after that shit. Like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? But that's the way we gotta approach this shit technically. You know what I'm saying? We giving up way too much motherfucking water and weight. You know what I'm saying? Way too shit that really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever so and so posts. Like, think about it like this. Think about it like this. How many times, and I'm sure if listeners, you know somebody that does this. Have you gone onto your social media and you see somebody talking all types of shit about their personal life that they had no fucking business in the world announcing on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever? They go on to the shit, and right after that, you just like, why the fuck are they doing that? I don't give a fuck. It just kept scrolling. How many times have you done that?
It's like today shit just exists.
You've seen bull.
You don't even really, even the people that posted know that it doesn't mean shit. It's not worth shit, but it's like, it's a headline or a tag or a blog or a story. So
it's not all worth arguing about.
Blow dick, man.
It's not all worth
Those
arguing
of you
about.
niggas that do that, blow dick. My dick and every other creative dick that thinks you're fucking trash for doing shit like that. Come up with something creative, goddamn it. If you're gonna report on artists, goddamn report on the artist. Don't just grab the first thing you see about a nigga, good or bad. That shit trash.
It's not even what people know anymore. It's not facts. You know what I'm saying? It's just the first story. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Whoever was there first is what matters, not
and
who was right
Denzel
or wrong.
said it, and a bunch of other people have said it.
It's inherently a bad way to go.
Yes, it's completely disgusting. But it is what it is. But fuck all this shit. You know, we've been on this shit for like 30 minutes. Like, Is it time for guess what race it is?
Oh, you know I'm looking for the stories.
Oh, God.
You already know. Because it's about that time. I can feel it in my soul.
For all new subscribers, this is the section of the show where I become completely disgusted with by myself and my co-host. Most of them, most of them, what you are going to hear in response to is going to be completely inflammatory, but we mean no harm to anybody, and which was going to be named, whether race, gender, or age, that is being. I'm keep it real. We're gonna shit on a couple people, but.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the game is Guess What Race It Is. And let's be honest.
It's the most American game.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club. We're not the only people that play this game. I think I came up with it first. I'm sure Power 105 feels differently, but I'm pretty sure I came up with it first. But apparently they play this game too. So
Word?
Yeah, Guess What Race It Is. They played it on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne's thing. So,
I bet.
I unless I saw it, forgot about it, and then thought I came up with it, I definitely came up with it. Like, it's definitely my thing.
Like, straight up. I bet DJ Envy record looked like mine.
You and DJ Envy have a lot in common that you
know. Me and Maul have a lot in common.
That too, that you never wanted to admit, ironically, and Trump. That you never want to admit.
I'm nothing like Trump.
You have your moments.
I'm nothing.
You
like
have
Trump.
your moments.
I'm nothing.
Where you
like
just like, I don't care if that's the facts, nigga. This is what feels right to me. And it's
because
like, it don't matter that's what feels right to you. The facts are the facts.
Because some things in this world, which is like, this is real facts. Some things in this world have the fact stamp, but it's clearly fucking bullshit. And you just gotta just like ignore the fucking sign that says facts because it looks, smells, and feels like bullshit. But continue.
Well, before we get into Guess What Race It Is, more in hip hop, just because this is important, one of my personal goats, I thought we should bring this up because I didn't bring it up in pre whatever the fuck we do. Eminem sold more albums than any artist in 2018, reaching 755,027 pure album sales, and was number 4 last year in streams with 2.5 billion. Suck my dick. Stand up the real Slim Shady, goddammit. Shady gang, we out here.
Colson's gonna say that's fake news.
Fuck that nigga too.
Colson
suck
thinks
a dick,
it's fake
bitch.
news. Colson won.
Fuck Colson, nigga.
According to Colson, he won that rap battle.
Fuck Colson, nigga.
According to Colson,
prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Tell Colson to prove it. Call me and prove it. Fuck that. Call Marshall and prove it.
Well, why don't we just chop this fucking episode up and send it to both of them and tell them to prove it?
We ain't got no weight like that yet. we ain't hold weight like that, goddammit. Like,
goddammit, after all the fuck we done said about social media, goddammit, we can have something happen, motherfucker.
We heavy out here, but not like that.
Fuck.
That's a big anchor to hold.
You know what? I'm just gonna call Colson a bitch for the next all of 2019. And see
Colson a bitch for the rest of his life, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but
I heard he had a little part in Bird Box where he just like fucked this chick and dip. Like, so I guess shout out to that.
He was so hyped for that movie and that fucking
I haven't watched it yet. I just paid for my Netflix.
I'm not watching that
this
bullshit.
morning. You know what? I'm not gonna watch that first. I'm going into Black Mirror. Like tonight when you leave, I'm about to call this little white girl over here, and I'm going into Black Mirror. I'm about to get another 50 Ciroc, and I'm about to motherfucking. Because for those of you who don't know, I've also been drinking dirty black Russians all day.
You've said that already.
I did
twice.
Well, there we go. That's the Russian talking.
You know what?
There we go.
Shout out to Busy Black for having no type of racial preference when it comes down to the women that he chooses to, you know what I'm saying, have sexual intercourse with consensually. Had to throw the consensual word out there because, you know what I'm saying, there's been a lot of R. Kelly mystical conversations in the last couple episodes.
Confused.
Yeah,
I'm an asshole, but it's all consensual. It's all talked about. It's all known.
Consensual has to be like the word of 2019 now, because 2018 there was a whole lot of inconsensual and a whole lot of niggas dropped forward.
This is a terrible question, but I'm gonna ask it just because it popped in my head and you just said this, and then we're gonna get into guess what race it is. But if you're a terrible person and it's consensual, is it the same? Like if you know you gonna smash and dip, and it might hurt that person's feelings or some shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
This is where it comes. Like, I'm gonna get at this real quick and then get out of it because I don't want to get like destroyed.
We're not about to go into a whole
Yeah.
bag about this, but I'm just saying.
But
like,
here's my thing
that
about
just
it.
popped in my head randomly.
I think the yes or no, and you know what I'm saying, in reference to the consensuality of the sexual act.
My dick is
has
available for everybody that can take it.
has to deal with the sexual act. But if I decide to never call this chick again after we've consensually had this sexual act, that yes or no that yes had nothing to fucking do with me wanting to call you again. It had everything to do with me trying to smash.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. You know what? I don't really know what I'm saying, so we're just gonna move on. And Black Russians all day. Yeah, let's just move on from this. This is gonna open up a door in my mind that
Really good cushion fear factor.
sure. I feel like this is gonna open a door that we might not want to walk down that hallway. So guess what race it is? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Guess what race it is? This is the game where Mr. Jose Ortega plays and tries to guess the age, state, and race of whatever headline I'm reading the fuck off.
Every answer is Florida.
It's not. And I feel like we go over this every episode.
It is still
But it's
true
not.
because you say it's not Florida, but it'd be a Florida-like state every single time. Like just straight up. One time you said North Dakota. Like what the fuck? Yeah, of course that's Florida.
Nigga, it's America. What do you want?
I want every place to not be Florida. That's what I want.
Now, should I offer a trigger warning because I don't know if these will be like let's just say a lot of murder has happened. So like,
Come on, man.
I don't make the stories. I just
pick
report
'em.
them. Cause that's what I got to pick from.
How the fuck we gonna go from a whole lot of we went from molestation to rape to murder in one podcast? Matter of fact, molestation to rape to cyberbullying to murder. Like, come on.
Well, when you put it like that,
Yes, can we lighten it up a little bit? Somebody like the one story where the lady threw the cat out the window. Like the dude threw the cat out the window. That was quite hilarious.
Just
even though
because-
it's fucked up, it was quite hilarious.
just because, and trigger warning, but just because you said it like that, we're starting with this, and this is a new one. I didn't even see this.
Of course, the answer is Florida.
Maybe, and it's still fucking dark, but kind of funny, like Empire funny. that
Empire isn't funny.
black humor. Anyway, double entendre. Don't even ask me how. Man arrest. Okay, no, this is okay. No, it's too dark. I can't do
I'm
it.
about to say, come on.
That was that one was like that. That's rough.
We haven't done
That
this
one
segment
was
since
rough.
last Friday.
Yeah, and I
it's
don't want to
I'm about to say,
kill it with
you should be so much more
super dark.
Yeah, like come on, bro.
But a lot of it is like really dark. Okay, this is a fun one. Okay, this is a fun one. Okay, man arrested after.
And this nigga can't even get through the fucking title. Can't even get through the headline.
Man arrested after hitting dad in the face with pizza after learning he helped deliver him.
He helped deliver it.
Deliver him. Like when he came out the pussy.
That nigga shocked and was mad about that shit?
I guess so.
You know what? This is definitely a Caucasian person. It has to be. Oh goddamn! They have to be in their 20s. They have to be like 20s, like mid 20s, early 30s. Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I would say mid to early 20s. This sounds like a terrible place that's similar to Florida, almost in the resemblance to possibly Connecticut. Am I close-ish? And this
So
is
what are your answers again? Between age, race, and state? White,
Connecticut,
Connecticut,
which still counts
early
as Florida,
20s.
early 20s.
Is that your final answer?
Well, this is the show where
Is that your final answer?
Yes,
sir?
and this is the show where you consistently make me disbelieve more and more in the humanity of the American people. So you might as well just go ahead and just drop.
Isn't that kind of part of it? It's half the fun. Oh, you're gonna be hurt too because you were wrong. Guess what? 33. You're right about the Caucasian.
Okay. Damn, I should have went with early 30s like my original guess was, but whatever.
Florida man.
I'm still right.
No, you weren't.
I said Florida like country like Connecticut.
But you said Connecticut.
Well, state.
I asked you what your final answer was. You said Connecticut. You didn't say Florida.
Still counts as Florida, nigga. I don't give a fuck. That still counts to me.
A Florida man who found out his father helped deliver him when he was born inexplicably. Wow. Shot DPS. Inexplicably smashed hot pizza in the older man's face upon learning the news. Police officials said Robert Thomas Houston, 33, of Holiday, Holiday, Florida, is charged with domestic battery according to Pasco County jail records. He remained in the county jail Monday in lieu of $150 bond. WFLA in Tampa reported that sheriff's deputies were called Thursday to the Houston family's home where they found a pizza slice on a chair and cheese and sauce strewn around the room. So that's a story right there. According to an arrest report obtained by the news station, Houston's father told the deputies that his son became angry after learning he'd helped deliver him in 1985. The man said that he'd gone for a walk with his dogs as his son waited on the porch for a pizza to be delivered. WFLA reported when he returned from the walk, his son held him down in a chair, smashing pizza in his face and screaming at him. The victim began to flail, trying to get the defendant off to him, at which point the defendant went outside and awaited law enforcement. The report obtained by the news station said the responding deputies found Houston waiting for him. He walked up to, this is what the officer said, this is a quote, He walked up to me and turned around, putting his hands behind his back, saying he knows I'm going to take him to jail. So that is a regular ass Tuesday in Florida, I guess. Or what's that? Friday.
Man, 33-year-olds in 2019 is mad pussy in Florida. Let's continue. More wild and impromptu unnecessary racism from Busy Black.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
This is terrible.
This is that might anger some people.
Unlike the last one.
Yeah, no, that one wasn't as fun as the last one.
I'm gonna say this whole segment is all about pissing people off, and this is actually how we close it.
Yep. Oddly enough.
Oh God, we're disgusting people, and I don't care.
For those of you that have even hung on this fucking long.
Shout out to you.
I'm convinced most people don't listen to the whole show because they get to a point at like probably 20-30 minutes in, and if they get that far where they're like, yeah, it's only so many times I can hear motherfucker and not want to shoot myself.
Motherfucker. Anyway, shout out to the new
that is what it is.
New YouTube viewership and subscribers. Shout out to you people.
Shout out to
all
y'all.
You people are dope. You know what I'm saying?
All of y'all should like share with your friends and and share and comment. And, you know what I'm saying? If you into the content, let us know you into the content so we can
Two
represent you.
completely ignorant niggas from Detroit
us,
talk about shit. You feel me?
You feel me? When I say you're underdig. Ooh, is this Ariana?
Bro.
Oh no, that's Kylie. No, I saw a bad bitch. Alright, my bad.
This nigga, you know what
what was that, round 2? Or that was round 1?
That was round 1.
Jesus.
You high.
I am.
Jesus.
I'm looking for round 2, goddammit. I had it here. Niggas post a lot of shit like on a daily basis.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like okay.
No one said it was supposed to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's social media.
I don't know, nigga. Just, Trump. Talk to the people and tell them something while I look for round 2.
Well, as Busy Black, searches his phone that is masqueraded with all types of fuckery and bullshit.
That's a fact.
I feel the need to tell you, if you're not doing anything right now after this podcast, go check out Stir the Pot by AOS featuring Crimson Alchemist, streaming on all platforms right now, and House of Spades, AOS featuring us, TN2M, you know what I'm saying, streaming on all platforms. Crimson Alchemist, Elite Foe, E4 on all platforms and all that shit. Check that shit out. Trust the Process. Single is also out on all platforms too. We out here been doing big things, bro. Like straight facts. And that's like exciting. You know what I'm saying? I know I like don't sound like real geeked up, like woo, and a lot like all that energy we did, like and had like last episode, like we was angry and shit.
Niggas just blow.
But yeah, like we are like way higher like this episode than the last one. I think a lot of like buzz got blown. You know what I'm saying? But who really gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? We made
I guess this can be round 2.
every Wednesday and Saturday for the rest of your motherfucking life. Facts. And did you get your life together yet? Like, goddamn.
I mean, yeah, I got a round 2. I'm just looking for a round 3. Oh, wait, and here is a round 3. Okay, yep, round 2. A little bit darker, but not as dark. So let's go in on it. It's it's more depressing than dark. It might be, yeah, baseline hilarious, but you have me saying that. That's what I'm saying. Me saying that doesn't really mean anything. So guess what race it is? Round 2. Woman arrested after posing as 15-year-old homeless student to enroll in high school. See, you see what I'm saying? This is like kind of heavy, and this is like a one-off.
So,
but we're here now. This is kind of dark.
So,
I gotta read all of this.
No.
Jesus.
So that was the headline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess what race it is? Age, state, and whatever the fuck I said.
You said it was a woman, right?
I just said. Oh yeah, no, yeah, woman, yeah, woman.
This nigga don't even know what he read.
Race, age, and state.
It seems like a black person would know like the value of education, especially after being homeless. So I'm gonna say black, clearly a woman. To pull this off, I'm gonna say 20s. Like realistically, pull this off, probably 20s. Fuck. New York. Final answer.
So black, 20s, New York.
Yeah.
Oh, I am sorry, sir. You only got New York right on that one. So that is
wow. I actually got a state right for once. That wasn't Florida.
Yeah.
And New York isn't a Florida-like state either.
Yeah.
Like
32-year-old white woman, I'm assuming.
Oh, she was a white woman?
Yeah, I think. She looks Hispanic, but the name is white, so I'm not sure.
That bitch bold in the motherfucker to be in your 30s trying to like go back to high school. Like as a 15-year-old, like that's a bold claim.
She
that's
does
why I
not
said
look 15 at all.
Let me see this picture. Let me see this picture.
She does not look 15.
You know what? She could look like the wackest 15-year-old. Like of all.
No.
Yeah,
no,
bruh. Yeah,
no,
yeah. You know.
no.
You know when like
No.
there's like you remember the person in high school like where she just looked so nasty
Depends
and she
on,
probably
depends
did
on
stink.
how tall she is and that.
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on like what shows. If that bitch walking in with like 10 chin hairs, it's not gonna fly.
Yeah, it's not gonna fly, bro. She does look quite sad though. Like she looks like that sad ass teenager
Yeah.
that just like
Yeah.
everyone trampled over and everything like that.
But
like,
why a
that's
why? Okay, a 15-year-old. You posing as a 15-year-old high school student, but why homeless?
Well, she was homeless, right? Maybe to sleep inside of the school. Who knows?
No, she wasn't homeless.
Oh, she wasn't homeless. I
No.
thought she was homeless.
She was posing as a homeless 15-year-old girl
Oh,
and enrolled in a high school as a homeless 15-year-old girl. Okay, you know, the more I say this out loud, I'm starting to think there's like a hint of like mental health.
I was
here.
just about to say
So
mental
it's like,
health.
maybe
Let's
this
draw.
isn't like
Yeah.
funny as I,
Yeah,
I knew this was gonna be.
Yeah,
dark.
let's clap this down as being mental health issue and like
Yeah, let's
be
not even
sensitive towards
read
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like let's just
fuck
go
it.
past this
Yeah.
one. Like,
Yeah.
like this is a lot. Like, god damn it, fuck this week, man. Like,
This is all Sean Cotton's fault.
who the fuck is that?
Exactly. Niggas that know, niggas that don't, shouldn't. It's not worth it.
I hope not.
I mean, shout out to that nigga, but it's not worth it. Okay, well, that was dark. Fucking round 3. Damn it, I lost round 3. Where is it? Round 3.
Can you hurry the fuck up so I can get something to eat? God damn.
Round 3. We can pay a fee to keep it going strong.
Keep rapping and doing podcasting, and that's not your bag, bro.
Wait,
It's not your bag.
in the water. All right.
I hope they do eventually put you in a black slave movie so I can
Jesus.
sit there and laugh at you for a whole 2.5 hours.
You know what's fucked up? This one's still dark.
Oh, god damn it.
This one's. I couldn't get around the murder. I'm sorry.
This is why we need interns. So like to pick better subjects than this. Like this nigga suck at this shit.
Gotta have more time to cipher.
Jesus
through this
Christ.
shit. So we can at least make sure it's funny when it's supposed to be funny and not. This is still kind of funny, but
It's quite sick, I'm sure.
You know, people are dead. Anyway,
You fucking read the goddamn headline.
nail salon customer runs over and kills manicurist while fleeing to avoid $35 payment. You killed somebody over $35, my nigga.
Black girl 30,
Really?
Florida.
The fact you read it off that quick.
Like, it only makes it, that's the only thing that makes sense to me, man. I'm sorry. Black girl 30s Florida. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Oh my god.
If it's any place else or you any other race else, you should be ashamed of yourself for such fuckery. Like, I only say black girl because systematic oppression has led down to such a steep hole, wormhole that it made it so that we are all black and, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all broken, just disenfranchised.
She killed this lady. Rest in peace to that lady, but like, or that dude or whatever. But
This may seem racist, but it's not. Was that manicurist Asian that she ran over?
of course she was.
Okay. I doesn't want to.
Of course she was.
I felt like I should ask before making an assumption. People are so sensitive these days.
What was your final answer?
Black woman, 30s, Florida.
Okay. You are wrong. White woman in her 20s in the great state of Nevada. A Las Vegas.
That absolutely counts.
No, it doesn't. It's not Florida.
Nevada is a Florida-like state. It's still like, come on, bruh.
We don't count Florida-like states on guess what race it is. We count each state to be each state. So if you say Florida, it's Florida. If you say Texas, it's Texas. It's not mid-southern Florida. You can say that.
Yes, it is. Florida and Texas are similar like states. So I don't feel like...
That's not true.
Look, I feel like every single terrible state should be named Florida. Just so we can, like, decipher which places to where and where not to go. The last one was New York. I didn't think New York is a Florida-like state. But Nevada definitely is a Florida-like state.
You know what? I'm not reading this one either just because the paragraph is so dark. But
we not going into it. Yeah. Somebody was broken. Somebody got ran over. And that's been episode 74 of Non-Millennials Podcast.
I think it's safe to just read the headline and just...
I don't know why you read the whole article anyway. Like, people actually give a fuck to hear news.
At first, I was doing it because... I figured it just fit. If I was gonna set it up, might as well read the whole page. But
that's not how life works, my nigga.
Yeah, now I'm like, not only do niggas probably not care, it really doesn't matter. And the fact that
I don't even listen to
could've
you when you
read
reading them shits.
5 other headlines that were like disgusting.
It's been a
Like
very,
more disgusting than the ones I
it's
just read.
been a very disgusting
So,
week in America.
I mean, yeah.
Like the
between
last
Trump and
7 days of
fucking R.
America
Kelly,
have
fuck.
been disgusting, fam.
Day 21 of the shutdown. So
Like-
shout out to all those TSA workers that didn't get paid yesterday when you're listening to this.
Damn.
Not, I mean, oh yeah, shout out to y'all, but I mean, you know, use your sick days, nigga.
Yeah, use
Collect
them
that
sick
back pay,
days,
fuck 'em.
personal
We get
days,
attacked, it's on them. Fuck it.
vacation days, like them like my baby mama is a bitch days, all them
Facts.
shits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life, my nigga.
Thinking you can live without me. Yo, that Halsey record is hard.
That what the fuck is not? She
It
trash.
is.
Will you drop your social so we can get the fuck up out of here?
I am the one and only Busy Black, and I can be found on the platform known as Instagram at Busy93. That's BZZY93. Don't get it twisted. Don't try to step on it. Don't try to resell it. That shit is pure.
Yeah, and that comes from Busy Black. And
Twitter is the same.
trying to be more professional and keep all our shit the same these days. Can't be experimental no more, cause niggas some bitches. Anyway, and hit me up at Instagram and Twitter at TN2M_Ortega. And what the fuck? Yeah, that's about it. Cash App.
_Ortega. Huh.
You said what?
Oh yeah, my
Cash App. Jose Ortega 22. And
mine is JPW93. In case you just
Yeah.
wanted to see
Also
a black
my-
man with some money.
And if you're
Just
not
give it to
aware
me.
that Brianna canceled Snapchat, but you are still an avid social media Jose Ortega 22 is also my Snapchat. So, yeah. And that's episode 74 of Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast. No Remorse Podcast Network, House of Spades Media. And we out this bitch.
What he said.
Yeah.